and we're doing all our thing. Yeah.
I like this game a lot.
It's a really good game.
It's kind of blown away. Like, I discovered this game in an era where I did not have access to a PlayStation.
Okay.
And, like, I had heard of Symphony of the Night and played it, like, a little. Like, up to the library or something. And it's like... Oh, dog is digging. What's up? What's up, BB? I know you're anxious. I know. Mom is in the other room. Don't worry, honey. Just lay down on the. You don't have to dig the blanket. Just lay down on the blanket. It's fine. It's fine. She's like digging this blanket across the room.
So, a quick question on the run you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to take knuckle upgrades as they come?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Bare fist only.
All right.
I think fist weapons is a different run. Likely an easier one because there are certain powerful fist weapons in the game.
Right. I think there's only like three that I can think of.
Yeah, like there's one that gives you a. I am really distracted by my dog pulling this blanket around. We tried to discourage digging behavior, but I think there's something about this blanket that just has her wanting to find the other side of it or unfold it or something. Like I had folded it up and she's trying to unfold it and she's just dragging it around. Oh my god, okay. I have to fix my dog. She is broken.
And thus the stream was over for dog time has come.
Okay. There you go, honey. Oh my god. It's like she's trying to find mom, and she's convinced that mom is inside the blanket somewhere. Well, she's not hurting anything, so sooner or later she'll settle down. I did take her out. Like, this dog has had an opportunity to poop, which is usually what the digging behavior is about. It's like trying to find a good poop spot.
Mm-hmm.
We, she had a good big poop this morning, and she's had every opportunity since then. Well, okay, one opportunity since then. Anyway, getting back to Aria, from what I remember, there's one fist weapon that puts a blue hand, like a blue little fist on the end and gives you slightly longer range. There's one called Whip Knuckle that changes your animation. And
that's the one you get from, I think, it's just like from one of the tiger enemies that drops, I think.
Mm-hmm. And then one is like the Kaiser Knuckle that gives you the like JoJo's Aura thing.
Well, that's a bullet soul in this. You actually get a stand off of one of the bullet souls. I was looking at that.
Right. That's a different thing.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. But no, two actually, come to think, because Cognazo does that, and Big Golem also does that. You get a stand for Big Golem, and I'm not going to be using any blue souls that do an attack action.
Well, other than like bullet ones, right? Or like fist ones, right?
Blue. Well, the fist souls that I was thinking of are both bullet souls.
Okay.
Ghost does shoot a little wisp in this game, and Ghost is pretty good. I don't remember what I was doing. Oh man, look how many hit points I have. That's exciting.
You have become the Manticore.
I have.
You had just beat the armor and used the warp. That was where you left off.
Okay. So now my plan is to go after Headhunter, which If I get his soul, it will be a really powerful one for me. But I'm not like level appropriate for him by any stretch.
No, likely.
So
That's going to be a continuing thing with this run.
yeah,
Is
like I need a lot of levels or power or something.
like Bare Fists offers absolutely no attack boost, so it is just your raw strength. Like if I look up,
Wait, no, this is the right way to go, so I don't want to go here. There's just an item there.
for instance, if I were to pick out a enemy such as Graham, your strength is going to need to be considerable to deal more than 1 damage in that fight. About 4 times what it is now, in fact.
Exciting.
So,
Well, we might be able to accommodate that somehow.
but yeah, Headhunter also with the basically world's your oyster at this point because of the combination of being able to double jump / the little slide into the gardens, and then from the gardens being able to clip into the arena if you wanted.
Yeah.
So
I guess yeah, you're right. I technically could do all of that.
right, just world's your oyster.
Yeah.
So.
Oh. Yeah, I am using No Mitten's illegal VBA that does 60 frames really well. It's like 1.8.0 beta. Oh no, a grenade. Ugh, buddy, killing me with this shit.
That enemy's just hard for you to hit because of that knife.
Right. Like, Zombie Officer is worse.
Yeah, they have the long sword there.
Yeah. Oh, right. No, I remember how to fight you. It's all coming back to me.
All about stairs and spacing.
Man. I can't wait just until I get, like, Baylor. That's a punch.
Have a punch, yeah.
Right. That counts. Both of the Were Tiger and Were Jaguar count. I can't think of any others.
Any other punching?
Yeah.
Baylor's the only one that immediately came to my mind. Oh man, Persephone's got you got the kung fu fight here.
Persephone is really dangerous in this mode?
Yeah.
Maybe everything is dangerous and they need to bug out? Jeez. That's
Which
really
is
sad.
also like... Which is also bad because, levels are your one.
Right, like I need to both... This was the wrong direction to go at all. Okay, good. Kicking is fine.
So kicker skeleton?
Yeah. But that's... Like, it's not good, which is why I think it's fine.
Dive kick.
I could go get kicker skeleton. Maybe that would be a reason to hop jump into Death's Lair.
Kicker skeleton can also drop the champion's belt too,
that's
right?
True. That's a thought. We'll see. My dog is still going at it. This is so distracting. It's like I can't handle how into the blanket my dog is. We should have given her like a dog blanket a long time ago.
It's just some normal blanket.
Right, it's the one we use for the couch.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Let's take a move. Wait until he raises up. Okay. There we go. That's more like it.
Yeah, I'm looking at like bullet souls, and I don't see anything.
That's fine. It's fine. I basically had the idea before starting the run.
Yeah.
Okay, we can trick Persephone into falling off a cliff. That's fine. Goodbye, Persephone's.
There's a slash. That's the only one I can find that's even close. But yeah, other than that, it's just the punches you get from Were Tiger, Were Jaguar. So, all right.
I don't think that's direction. What's down here? Also nothing. Okay.
You know, of all the areas in Aria, this is the one that I know the least. Like, I can't navigate through here because I think I've played through it all of one time, legitimately.
Yeah, you're like usually coming the wrong direction. This is the wrong direction, by the way. Ooh,
Yeah.
hey, that's useful.
Yeah. That's something you can permanently save and keep as of this progress.
Oh, cool. How's the dog nest coming? Yeah, it's coming along.
I have this nice place for BB.
She'll get tired sooner or later. I'm thinking later at this point. But yeah, that's kind of a warp to the Crusher. Guess I would much prefer to fight bosses. I did equip the war fatigues, right? No. Okay, well, that'll help with the damage.
Yeah.
Which I don't need at this point, so sure. Man, 7v37. It's rough.
Yeah. What's the difference between like war fatigues on versus like copper plate? Yeah,
I don't know. Well, she deals 9 to 40.
That's a trade that's better in your favor.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got backup now.
Yeah, you don't want it. But...
Shit. Come on. No, I don't want the Kyoma Demon either.
There you go.
Now,
how to approach Curly?
From behind. Dope.
Yep. The imp has put you in the pit.
Okay. Yeah, we can trick Curly into...
Imp.
Jeez.
Imp, you have a powerful stick.
Okay, maybe I don't want to go here yet? Like, I could do the game legit-ish. Or we could go after Kicker Skeleton.
Kicker Skeleton's pretty close.
Yeah.
I wonder how hard of a fight that is.
Probably pretty damn hard. Yeah, Imp is one of those class of enemies whose hurt box is too large for me. Compared to their hitbox, like...
Right, because they have the
little fork poking out. So yeah, pretty dreadful. This is that room that I was talking about last night that has, you know, the first floating eye you see, and then, you know, if you luck out and get his soul, and it's your first yellow soul, and you see what it is, then there's the room right there where it works.
Yep.
It's pretty
I
neat.
think that has like Castle Map 1.
Something like that. Oh, both the animals are here now. That's no good. Cat was supposed to stay with Mom, but I guess he wasn't interested.
Oh, Shack Tool.
That is okay. He is a good cat. There we go. First time.
Yep.
Sweet.
There you go.
Didn't even use floating armor. Flying armor. I'm glad they made him an enemy in Dawn of Sorrow. It's like he's just sort of here. It's like,
Yeah,
what?
First boss. Like, sure.
I think a lot of their leftover ideas made it in, you know?
To Dawn?
Yeah. It's like they just had this extra stuff sitting around, and they had, like, always meant to make floating armor a thing. Like a boss fight.
But they just went with, like, whatever, just put it in here. Like, this is the point where you're required to have it, so we should just give it to them. Kind of like Malthus, your double jump soul.
Yeah.
You just get it from Great Armor.
It's sitting in a case. I guess they'll eventually have to make Hippogriff a real enemy then.
Mmm.
Man. I admit, this ain't pretty, but Kicker Skeleton is next door to a save point. So
That's probably the best part of it, is
Great.
that, like, if it goes poorly...
Yeah, that was pretty close. I don't want to touch that guy. I do want to air guitar on this
Air guitar.
platform.
Oh, boy. Imps.
Guys, please. Shit. Oh, man. Okay. So that's
All right.
that part semi-solved. Werewolf versus... Oh, Golem.
Yeah.
Golem every time. Okay, I think 1 over is the thing. No, it's 2.
2 in the back.
Yeah.
Is this Mandragoras at the bottom?
Disc armor. This Manticore.
Hey, Manny.
Yeah. Disc armor is more than a little terrifying, but
Yeah, I think one hit from that would take you down.
certainly.
There we go.
Alright, now we just have to contend with the Rippers for a couple seconds. There we go. Excellent.
Okay. This completely inconspicuous save point with a door we can't open to the right, but... Alright. It's on, Kicker Skeleton. 4s.
Ooh, I can help that. Now that we're actually attacking.
Okay, 6s are... That's considerable.
I thought this would be a lot harder, but he's very polite. I should have
Right.
known. He is a skeleton, after all.
Do you have on the luck amulet?
I actually don't. Heart Pendant. Lucky Charm is slightly better than Heart Pendant. Heart Pendant
Mhm.
is both cape and pendant rolled into one.
Okay.
So it's a bit of defense and a bit of luck. But you don't need defense for this guy, so...
Nope.
Oh man, my dog has stopped digging. What's up? Ah, BB. Ah. You're not supposed to chew on that. Go on, go on. Oh, yes, you're very cute. Oop, lost my way. I'm surrounded by animals. And there he goes.
Yep. Also, hopefully this is like a reasonable amount of experience too.
Let's see, okay.
11, 9, 7. Like if all of these activities get to combine into one, then you know.
And that's honestly the stream for Fist Aria. Like, this is not white knuckle punching action so much as it is gradually accumulating powers that you acquire through syncopated and semi-hypnotic rituals.
This is kung fu in in the more abstract meaning of it. We are becoming practiced and an expert in punching by repetitive, training.
There's a bunch of training montages. What can I tell
Yeah.
you? Okay. 80.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not the worst. Okay, my dog might also be kind of stupid. She's spent all this time making a nest and then just sort of plopped on the floor next to it. So I don't know what that's about.
Circle of the Moon is a fun Castlevania. That was the first of the Game Boy Advanced ones. I think a launch title, actually. Yeah, a training montage without the montage part. So, a jeans model punches a skeleton 1,000 times. So I do recall I did have a question for you.
Okay.
What's the actual difference between normal and hard mode on this game? I don't recall every difference it does.
I think it's only numbers, like enemy damage to you. But I
'Cause
don't
it
know
doesn't-
for sure.
It doesn't look like it's enemy health or defenses, you know?
Right.
So just things hitting harder would make sense.
See, Gnome, the reason that I'm okay with the run being about Baylor is that means I will have to fight Baylor. Hell, maybe I should go do that. Truly become One Punch Man.
I feel pretty confident that you're going to be stuck on ones in that fight up until the eye. I think the
Probably.
eyes, and I think the eye actually has defenses that are low enough that it would take some damage. Because I know I know the eye has considerably lower defenses. You do more damage in that phase of the fight.
Yeah. But, I do have the double jump. I know how to clip into him. I have basic access to there. It's a matter of getting past all the enemies to get to him, but it always is. And sometimes that's complicated by the fact that you're trying to go get the Leviathan, which
Yeah.
I'm not.
Well, not getting the Leviathan means you can just beeline to the save point,
Right.
which is only 2 rooms from.
Yeah. No, that part of the run is not that bad. I mean...
I mean, yeah, looking at it, yeah, you're on 1 damage in that fight.
Yeah.
That's...
So I'd only have to go through his pattern 2,000 times.
If you can double tap, yeah.
Okay.
4,000 health, so...
Yeah.
I don't know, I think, yeah, well, I guess only 2,000 times, and then 2,000 hits, and then it switches to the eyeball phase where you're doing damage.
Yeah. I used to do this in Circle of the Moon, actually. I had the whole chart of, my damage and enemy health, and I made a spreadsheet which showed the number of times I would have to strike an enemy with my weapon in order to kill it versus how much experience that monster gave. So that, at each point, it would tell me, okay, this is, number of hits to amount of experience, and I could switch monsters when that became, more in my favor for the stronger monster or whatever. Because I was certainly interested at some point of figuring out, well... should I be fighting Lilith, Lilim, or the devil? And the answer is not straightforward, even though all of the numbers going into it are.
Right, I think Lilith has the highest experience value, but not only is a harder fight, but
For sure.
yeah.
Like, those enemies pull no punches because their AI is very simplistic. Which is to say, they move fast toward you. And then have huge attacks that hit in a large area. Oh, he gave me money!
Money!
Thanks, bud.
Gnome, the second phase wouldn't be ones against Baylor. The Baylor's defense drops pretty dang low. I think you can have actual damage there. I want to say 4 hits, maybe 5 in that fight, because depending on what hits you.
Yeah. I mean,
remember...
that's the other part about this. Yes, I'm doing like regular punching, but my armor is still going to be up to snuff.
Right.
Now, if I go after him super early, yeah, sure. But,
right. I say the like 4 hits there based on having fought Baylor with Levitain at level,
right.
6, something like a half dozen times.
It's just that's how you go through the game.
Yeah, that's the normal progression. Is you beat Giant Armor and then you just go beat Baylor, and that's it.
Yeah, one of the other reasons that I don't want to go fight Big Golem, which would be like the regular way through the game or whatever, is Big Golem is kind of a more difficult fight than the Great Armor.
You don't even need slide. Like you could go backwards into Headhunter if you wanted, right?
Yeah.
How many punches? A lot. I mean, Baylor has 4,000 health. And when you get a level here, Kicker Skeleton will go up to 7, and that'll be considerable numbers off of.
So, anyway, what I was saying about, oh, jeez. BB, it's okay, honey. What I was saying about experience grinding anyway in Circle of the Moon is maybe I could accomplish some of the same things in here, like figure out, like, which enemy I'm supposed to be going after for experience when it comes to that.
Yeah, right now, I'm kind of looking at enemy stats here, looking at what you could be using, or like what you could be looking for as far as like accessories and stuff, and that can easily be looking at stats.
Yeah. Like Kicker Skeleton has 2 different accessories that could be really good.
You want, let's see, because I know he's got Ancient Belt and the Scarf, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think this Ancient Belt is just stronger than the Scarf as far as like numbers go. Yeah, okay, yeah. The Belt is 5 defense, 1 strength, and the Scarf is 2 defense, 1 strength. Belt has con too. As far as strength goes, from an accessory, the Black Belt from Werewolf is probably the best.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, actually, well, because we're on hard mode, there's a couple accessories that are only on hard mode as well.
Sweet.
So, specifically on this list is the Tear of Blood.
I forget where that is, actually. I guess I don't do hard mode enough.
It's like a room away from the throne room. So,
well, I could still sneak in there.
Yeah. It's this resource I'm looking at just says near the throne room on hard difficulty.
Oh no, I know where that is. It's up in the top right corner.
Oh, the room that just
yeah.
Yeah, the room that just doesn't mean anything. It's kind of like the chaos ring, or not the chaos ring. Is it the chaos ring?
No. It's up like on the top of a wall in a little corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not in a separate room. So it's sort of like in whatever the multiplayer Xbox game was that was Castlevania. I forget. I never played that one actually, but if you like jumped up in this corner, then Konami Man would fly by. It's that place.
Okay. Yeah, looking at accessories, the highest strength you can get is from the black belt from werewolves.
Werewolves are a hard fight.
Yes. However, well, it is specifically werewolf, not the harder variations.
Okay.
So like that's at least something.
Wait, does werewolf have variations in this?
Yeah, werewolf has a couple. Well, yeah, like you said, the
Were tiger, were jaguar.
Were jaguar.
Okay,
yeah.
no. Yeah, I don't consider those the same thing because they're not an exact palette swap, which might be unfair.
Yeah.
They're still like were monsters, and there's not much in the way of palette swaps in this game. There's like blue crow, red crow, Velcro,
Boer and
Bale, yeah.
Bale, yeah.
Even like Succubus and Lilith are not exactly the same, I think.
The blood tier, the benefit of the blood tier is that it's the highest defense accessory. It's +1 to all stats and +8 to defense or something like is what's listed here. So as far as like defensive accessories go, it's the most.
But yeah, I will want some of that stuff for just like walking around stuff, you know.
Yeah. And I think honestly the second best defensive accessory is what we're getting here is the belt from the kicker skeleton. So
it's all kinds of stuff that this guy could give me. His soul, his equipment, his experience. I just want to become the kicker skeleton. Buddy, help me out.
Must. Ooh.
So it's kind of funny in Middle Stepchild, which is also a fun game in its own right for different reasons. Harmony of Dissonance. In Harmony of Dissonance, there's an entire category of skeleton who's called like Skeleton Blaze and Blaze Master. This is a poor localization. It's supposed to be blades because they have knives.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, whatever. He's just blazing with cool power or fury or whatever.
Yes, this kicker skeleton for dive kick.
Oh my god. He's so good.
That's what he's practicing for here. Yes.
I punched a level out of him. Only have to defeat him 22 times to get the next one.
Okay. Yeah, I can. Of the non-Aria GBA games, Circle of the Moon is the one I can like recommend as far as like it's pretty fun. It's very big and open and huge.
It is pretty big. I played through it at first without knowing that select was the map button.
Whew.
Yeah. I just memorized where I was going.
Yeah.
Which was difficult because some of the rooms look very similar.
Yeah, like Dracula's castle in that game. Not only, like, so right here, Soma is a much, like, it's pretty sizable compared to the screen. Like, in Circle of the Moon, the screen just feels larger comparatively.
It does. And, like, okay, so the basic building block of the game is, like, Soma is, like, 3 blocks tall.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the building blocks of that game are larger themselves, Nathan Graves is 1 block tall.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you feel tiny in this huge land.
Yeah, and then all of the rooms are just so massive in addition to that. You know, the castle only has it has all these very wide areas that just kind of meander and go on. But it's still a very fun game. It has a lot of variation too, like playing through it multiple times because of the like fireball.
Yeah, they have extra modes. I've played through all of those. It's pretty fun. Like honestly, if you play that game and then you tell me, yeah, I killed Lilith, that's like all I need to know about like how much of the game you have played. It's like, okay, he's completed the fucking game. He's done it.
Mm-hmm. Circle of the Moon has a pretty good tool-assisted speedrun.
Yeah, Circle of the Moon has one of my favorite glitches. The magic that you have is called the dual system setup, where you have an element card and an effect card. So like a flavor and an adjective, basically. So,
yep.
You know, this is the wall card. You can have poison wall. You can have flower wall, or like this is the whip card. You can have flower whip or poison whip, that kind of thing. Red scarf obtained.
Hey.
Excellent. Strength boost on an item. That'll be great.
I think the strength boost is better than the luck, just because you kill faster.
Yeah, that's probably correct, but.
Huzzah! That is what I'm thinking of when I'm thinking of the task of the game is the giant bone.
Nope. No, it isn't.
Oh,
sorry.
That didn't give you a.
Still dealing 7. That's interesting.
I thought that was linear.
Yeah. Huh. Oh my god, the equation might be more complicated than we thought. That's bad.
Like, I literally all right.
No one dives this deeply into the game, okay?
Aria of Sorrow damage calculation. In-game formula. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
So one thing I nowadays, not always, I guess at the time it didn't strike me at all, but later, as you said, the system in Circle of the Moon is the what, DSS?
Mm-hmm.
That's a Game Boy Advance game, not like a DS game. And
right.
On the DS, they definitely went out of their way on all sorts of games to make sure they could acronym to the word DS. All like to the letters DS, all in all sorts of games on the DS. Like immediately what comes to mind is Advance Wars Dual Strike. But it was just a super common thing to be like, yo, it's kind of like putting the word super in front of your name.
Dawn of Sorrow, that was the DS game.
My God. I had not immediately recognized that one. Yeah,
very sorry.
Well, I'm glad that Castlevania here is here to immediately prove my point. So thank you, Dawn of Sorrow for. Again, it's like putting super.
I mean, if you ever want to know like how phoned in that game was, by comparison. But anyway, I'm having a great time.
Oh.
But the point is, with the DSS system, dual setup system. With DSS, you select a card and then select a another card. You know, top row of cards, bottom row of cards. Most of the powers, I think all of them actually, have like an activator. Like you press the I am using magic now button and then it either happens or you do an input and it happens.
Yep.
But Nathan Graves has this little animation that he does where he's like, "Whoa!" And if you pause the game, well, if you have any magic equipped, and then pause the game in the middle of the hoo-wah animation right before it activates, you can change the cards to a card that you don't have. And then when it finally activates, it'll do whatever the card is that you have the cursor on, even if you don't own it. So you could just have any magic.
So you go to activate Mercury plus what are the
Salamander.
Salamander, which are your first two cards that you just automatically-ish get.
It's heavily weighted in your favor.
2/3 here.
Yes, speed is mine.
you once you get those 2 cards, you basically have any 2 cards. Okay, so I've actually found damage formulas for
Ooh,
Aria of
excellent.
Sorrow.
Kaz, I'm very sorry.
I well, here's the first one I see here is there's a bunch of different modifiers on your damage. So
Right, like the striking versus holy versus whatever, that kind of
well,
thing.
no, like if you're using a weapon, it's modifier 1. If you're using a
Oh.
bullet soul, it has a different modifier based on your.
Ooh, yeah.
If you're using a, but there's one modifier here I see that is the reason we didn't get damage. It's if hard mode, 0.8.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man.
So
This was a mistake.
that means that the like 80 strength we need to be dealing more than 1s to Graham is actually 100.
I'm going to punch him a number of times, let me tell
Yeah.
you.
In addition to that, like there's the damage formula for well, actually, I'm sorry. Damage is enemy defense counts as half.
Come again?
That's what it says. Oh, I'm reading. Damage formula is power, which is the calculated stat above, so 0.8
Right.
of 0.8 of strength, minus enemy defense divided by 2 times. Oh, okay. Enemy defense is calculated twice in here. Okay, never mind.
Alright. 20% longer, maybe longer due to rounding.
Yeah, and
Oh my
also
God. Opposing
enemy
Gisela rounding errors. Yay.
enemy damage in the game is basically 1.5 from enemies in hard mode. It's not exactly that much, but
Okay.
basically
that makes
it
enough
lists
sense, yeah.
it lists power times 2 minus def as normal mode and power times 3 minus def, and then a bunch of other modifiers that like look like they even out. So
Hell, maybe I should like hack my game to not be in hard mode anymore.
yeah, so that's the differences we are feeling.
Really feeling it. I don't know if I want the third thing from this. The real prize was being able to dive kick. That's actually mobility.
Well, especially if we already have like it is the defensive scarf, so like going and getting this isn't going to be like a major upgrade. It's going to be a couple more points of defense.
Right, that's kind of a walking around upgrade.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
What are you doing?
boy.
Holy shit. He got me with the kick. Help. Help. He's too strong. This one learned a new move. Okay, so what I'm feeling now is I should probably be fighting a different monster. I could kill this one 9 more times. That's fine. Let's think. I'm trying to think of enemies who are like, honestly, like rock armor but taller, who are like big and trundling. You know, you might have to punch them a couple times, but their moves are easy to avoid.
What could we find in God, we want something that isn't like too like we want to actually be dealing damage to it, right? Like we want
I can't go like I can't skip too far ahead.
Right, because like we, you could say like, oh, just go fight things in the arena, but
Hell,
not
it might
only
be
are they
like-
deadly.
Might be flesh golem. I could go fight flesh golems.
Well,
And
I'm in this zone. What's Flesh Golem's experience value? Bestiary, Aria of Sorrow. Oh, I see. Earlier you asked about zombies soul drop.
Yes.
That's actually something I have access to in here. So soul drops on enemies are generally basically you have like a common, uncommon, hard sort of thing of rarity that's like they have rarity 6, rarity 7, rarity 8. And certain ones that so if they're more common, the lower that number, and it's just done in the calculation. Zombie is 180 on that calculation. So 20 times more rare, more than 20 times rarer than a normal soul.
Awesome.
So whatever that you would expect a soul rate to be on a, like, say, curly.
Good fucking god.
Take that times 20.
Well, lucky me, I guess.
Yeah. How bad would... Because zombie officer isn't something we can fight.
I don't know, possibly disc armor. If I get in a good rhythm, he can never touch me, and he stands still, and he's easily available. So that checks off some boxes.
Yeah.
I'm doing enough damage to him, that's the missing piece. He's nearby. I'm not going after things like zombie officer.
He's worth 150. Never mind. I was going to ask how bad a fight against Golem would be, but...
Straight up Golem would be horrible.
Yeah.
Hell, Flesh Golem might be horrible too, because I'm using a strike weapon instead of a slash weapon.
Okay, I just had a different idea. And maybe it's not... Depending on how much damage you've upgraded to, there's a Manticore 3 rooms back.
Yep. Well, I don't know if I can go back that way exactly. So,
right. The floating gardens don't.
So it might end up being more like 5 rooms, but they're easy to get through. Even the hardest ones have a kind of alternative path. You basically get to pick the easier of the 2 paths of monsters to fight against. Or, in my case, jump around and over.
Fight. In quotes there. You can't one-shot a Medusa head. Wait a minute. I mean, if we're looking for a harder rock armor, we have that, right? It's called bomb armor.
That's true. I could sneak up into the clock tower. There's one in the clock tower. There's one in the underground waterway. But
yeah,
that's after the clock tower anyway. So
yeah.
Got too close that time. If my timing is perfect, I can get 4 hits on him. Because hitting him does freeze him in place for a tiny bit. That's why I can sometimes get 4 and other times get like 3 or less. Because it's all about spacing and timing, and that's the punch.
How hard are the rippers above your head?
Very hard.
Okay, that's what I thought. I asked because they're each worth 80.
Holy shit. That would be something if I had Balor's Punch, I would do it. Because the save point is right here, so I can refill. Yeah.
And they're an infinite source. Right. Yeah, Flesh Golem is 400, but also has a higher defense. Like, I don't know how... I think you'd be hitting for about 4 of 2,000. So...
I don't remember him being that tall. Jesus. But, that's the golems for you, I suppose. Okay, yeah. So I'll try fighting some rippers. It's going to go poorly, but I'll try it. Man. It would be a different story if I had them dead in one or something, but that's not going to happen.
like, what is even your damage on him is even the first question, right?
I can't even kill Altair in one hit.
Okay, it looks like it's 4 hits to kill a Ripper. That is dangerous as all hell, and it's the same as killing a the Kicker skeleton below.
God, okay. Well...
Alright, what's this room
have
here? We have 2...
I think this has the Mandragora.
Mandragora? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Okay,
I would get killed.
Two rooms left has... Oop,
A new skull?
What?
Oh my god.
What?
Thank you, Captain.
That is a long... Is that like a sub-skull? I cannot create that skull. Oh, okay. It is a... Well... Thank you for supporting esports.
Oh, thank you for the 6 skull emotes.
That's something. God, who knew that hard mode was actually going to be a major difficulty upgrade? How could this have been foreseen?
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna... There are other places I can encounter disc armor.
Right, other than right here.
That. What were the other considerations? I guess we were talking about Ripper. Maybe I should have scratched Flesh Golem off the list. That doesn't seem realistic at this point. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
That could easily be a death. Okay.
Reset. Try again, Buster.
Back in the pit.
Okay. They got confused. Yeah, there will always be Unicode. Okay, here's straight up Golem.
Yeah, Golem, I don't think...
Disc armor.
I think this is Disc or Manticore, right?
Yeah.
Alright, how bad is...
Hey, that's not bad at all.
11's not bad damage.
Now, the the difficulty is that depending on when you kill disc armor, his disc goes flying. Like, the disc retains the momentum it had at that moment, and it no longer has disc armor changing the momentum.
Yep.
So, yeah, that can be scary. Like that. You saw it. Well, I have realistic damage against him at least.
150, so you're basically doubling what you were doing in previous. Also, like, I mean, the double room here might just be because Manticore's 250, and with but
oh,
that's why it's only also it's plus 6 strength. The reason it's not different, it wasn't different damage though, was because of the rounding formula.
Oh.
Yeah, that's considerably
killed.
Yeah. That's fine.
I thought I bought potions. Maybe I didn't.
I don't think you bought war fatigues and that was it.
I could swear I bought 2 well, no, that was the 2 potions that I bought with the remaining money. Yep. Okay. Manny, you're killing me.
At least your defense is high enough so, like, if you get body checked, that's only 30s.
Right? Oh, so I should definitely equip the red scarf. Whoops.
Yeah, that might be a 12. Yep. I mean, at 11, it's 40 hits to win, so... This room also, one of the advantages of this room is that you immediately do have a save point available to you if you on leaving it. Like, because if you just go left, right, I think you end up at Kicker Skeleton.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, moneybags.
So Disc Armor is probably worth it, and I don't think Manticore is. It's because it's like, what, 40 hits for Manticore.
Well, okay, so how much damage do you have on Disc Armor? It's 12s, I think?
12, yeah.
Well, Disc Armor is worth 150, and you're doing 12s to 240, so it's 20 hits to win for 150. Manticore is 440 on 12s, so you're down to, you need 36 hits, I believe is the number on that. That might be, yeah, I think it's 36. But it's worth 250, so it's worth about, you know.
So in terms of experience per punch,
per punch,
that's the real decider.
So
that's
20 punches for 150 or 36 punches for 250. Those are almost the same, though the 20 is the more valuable, because if those were like equivalent, it would be 34 punches for 250, or 30. Yeah, so you're paying like an extra punch and a half for the Disc Armor fight, or for the Manticore fight.
Ooh, that's a werewolf now. Whoops.
How hard is a werewolf to fight right there?
I guess I could find out.
Like, again, just because they have the +5 strength, it's their common drop is the big thing. It's not their rare drop.
Okay.
So
they were over here.
Yeah.
Floating Gardens is confusing, I admit. Oh, he has the devil with him.
Oh, that's not. Never mind.
I could go to the bottom werewolves.
Okay.
That's something. Yeah, let me.
Yeah.
Let me try scooting past these and go to bottom wolf.
Devil's not a fight. You can. Problem with wolf is you might be on ones.
Seriously. All right.
Also, it's a hard fight.
9.
9s.
Shit.
Crap.
Devil discovers me in any scenario. This is bad.
Okay. Never mind it.
Yeah.
There's got to be a better spot to fight.
Yeah. There are safer spots to fight werewolf.
But yeah, werewolf's 290 anyway, so that's 33 hits. So, yeah. Oh, so this is just disc right off.
It's good.
The only issue being you're on this side, which may or may not be.
It shouldn't be. I mean, it's my own mental block about facing directions. For example, in the Great Armor fight, if I had been facing the other direction, I would not be able to do it.
Well, that's again repetition.
I've practiced it from this direction. Oh hey.
Oh.
I guess there's that aspect of it too.
And technically with Headhunter, all souls are an upgrade.
Right. Sorry. Guess I'll save after that. Can't go there. Okay, so I can go.
I think from that room,
right,
yeah.
And then right again, and then left, and it'll be okay.
I love the gardens.
The rude thing about Disc Armor is the first thing you want to do is jump over his attack, and if you just do nothing, most of the time it'll miss you. Whereas if you jump, it'll hit you.
Yeah, because he's throwing high.
Yeah. Got a strong anti-air. Better believe it.
Um, yeah, that can't be better. Like, this is so close to a save point, it can't, like, I don't think there's the one up in, where, what's the sword up there?
Oh, Hrunting.
Fronting, yeah,
Yeah.
there's a pair of disc armors up there, I think.
Right. They actually have a slightly more difficult pattern because of the terrain.
Yeah, you're not on flat
Yeah.
ground.
This guy
Also, I
is the
think
easiest disc armor to beat.
they're also farther from a save point.
I never realized that he has a little stick coming out of his head. It's just, yep, that's my stick. Got the stick head. Yeah, sadly, not something as salacious as the usual power ritual fare. We're just punching this guy until I get stronger.
Mm-hmm.
So that I can punch even taller, stronger things.
So I guess while you're punching a disc armor, what are you favoring as far as direction after disc armor punching?
That's a good question. Because, you know, known upgrades are Were Tiger, Were Jaguar, any armor, I suppose.
Baylor.
Baylor.
Um,
I could get samurai or ninja garb.
You know what? Let me take a look at that. Yeah, I was gonna say the known armors might be worth. Also, what are the strength souls? Oh, golem,
Yeah, there's strength souls are not going to be great.
minotaur. Yeah, golem, minotaur. Okay.
Minotaur is maybe doable. He would be a tense fight because he inches forward at you.
Triton is the biggest one. That's
Triton is also maybe doable. There are certain Tritons that you can like walk up to, and they can't walk up further to you.
and then you
And
just
so
have to
it's
watch
fine,
out for the.
Whoops, that was stupid.
But yeah, Triton's the plus 16 because there's that's how they function. Um. Yeah, so weapons aren't an upgrade because we're not using.
Oh hey, iron
Oh.
plate. Thanks, bud.
Wow. Okay, so you've. There's an armor upgrade.
I have defensive things. Cool.
Yeah, because like you could go grab the Kaiser knuckle, but
Right, we're calling that off.
right, that's not part of the thing. Kaiser knuckle's actually only on hard apparently.
Yeah.
So that would explain why I'm not familiar with that one at all. Yeah. Armors. So we just got iron plate. So iron plate's 25. Ninja suit.
I could get ninja suit. It would be kind of tricky.
Yeah.
I think I would have to defeat Headhunter or get the slide tackle in order to get it. So we're talking about a boss or another boss.
Okay. You've already got. So you're on war fatigues right now.
There's Samurai Plate as well, and that requires doing the game in the correct order.
Yep.
But you know, it's fine. I suppose if I really wanted Ninja Plate and didn't want to fight Headhunter, what I could do, instead of fighting Golem, is fight Baylor, and then I would have Bat, and that could also sneak me through small places. But
Well, actually, so one thing is on well, once you get Baylor, you're on hard again. So you actually have Death Robe,
it's true.
which that's actually stronger than Dracula's tunic, basically.
Yeah.
So once you've committed to the get Baelor, if Baelor is part of the plan, I think Death's Robe would be the next target.
I would want Were Jaguar, I think, if I was fighting Baelor.
Okay.
Speaking of Were Jaguar, was that Cinnamon?
Yes, that was. You can hear. You can. I can see her just kind of staring off.
Where are my animals? This is important. Okay, dog is asleep. That's good.
Oh,
that is a fine thing for dog.
So yeah, I think that's actually all the relevant armor upgrades. Again, outside of I guess the Dracula's tunic, obvious one, but that one has a very high requirement.
Right.
So
I think I do not have access to the Eversing. By my rules,
you can't use
Curly, Manticore, Alistair are all off the table.
I think Death Robe is stronger than that anyway.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so a reason to be doing hard mode.
Ooh, actually, sorry, I see the strongest armor on here.
Oh lord, is it the black armor? That is a rare drop from the guy who only appears in the abyss.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The off of Demon Lord. Yeah, rare drop off of him.
Just punch out Angra and then get some better armor. So that I can have retroactively survived the fight. No problem. Just punch him in his feet.
Yeah.
Shit.
Technically, that is the strongest of the armors because it's highest defense and it has a strength boost. So.
Oh shit! Oh! I knew it was coming. I'm like, I just need the Ripper to not throw a knife at this moment. So that set me back. Fucking A.
Dang it. I think that puts you back a level.
Yeah. Rippers are not easy or straightforward to get past.
They are fleamen. And fleamen are quite annoying.
Oops. That's not what I wanted.
I think you were in the right room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you liked this noise. Yeah, back to 12. I will get the iron plate from this guy as well.
It'll common drop. It'll
Yeah.
happen.
Okay, so then we leave here this way.
It's even. See, I guess the ways available to us are either setting up to fight Baelor or beating up Headhunter and mental upgrades up there.
Let's say it's Headhunter.
It should be a winnable fight.
Yeah.
Should be a difficult one.
Honestly, I think the first form is the hardest. Honest to God, because it's less regular in how it moves, back and forth. Another disc armor soul. Good news for me, I guess.
That is an upgrade.
I wonder how many souls it actually takes to get a headhunter upgrade.
Oh, I've got this giant list of information in front of me. Headhunter. Soul. Soul data. Every 16 souls is +1.
Okay. That makes sense. Makes a kind of sense. So I got 1/16 of an upgrade. It's like collecting coupons.
It's like a piece of heart, except for worse.
A piece of fist.
1/16 of a fist.
1/16 of 80% of a fist.
The fist. Damn it. Well, it's also like con as well.
Yeah.
Like it's all stats, so
Hell, the int might be irrelevant thanks to Baylor.
right.
Or mind, I forget which affects your MP regen. Oh, mind isn't a thing. Never mind.
Yeah, I'll say
It's,
just int.
int.
But yeah, the thing to note with that like +16 souls thing is this game does cap at 9. This is for this benefit. I know you're already aware of that. Souls cap at 9, so you can't just get like 200 skeleton souls.
Bat.
Zombie.
Good luck.
Have fun.
I suppose if the EXP grinding is really a thing, I could try to get Aranus. But that's probably more
that fight's
difficult than it's worth.
Yeah. Wow. One level was a 2-point difference?
Somehow.
What the heck?
Well, I mean, I guess I went from 34 to 35.
Yeah.
Must have tripped over a rounding place.
Like if I go to...
And you guys saw how his disc just flew off into the damn ether, right? Like,
Trevor Knives!
I'm immediately dead. You could
just
see how bad it is to get out of that room with rippers in it.
the slow moving. Okay, now I have a different question. Can you go into triple digits on stats?
I actually don't know. I think so. Yeah, no, you totally can.
Well, I know you can go into triple digits on your attack and defense scores, but stats.
Oh, good question.
Because, like, you basically have to be able to go into triple digits on attacks because of the power of, like, certain weapons. The Poison Fist.
Maybe if I don't get a clean escape against the Rippers, I should try again. Iron Plate is more defense than the Copper Plate that I was using, so if I'm going for defense, then it's better.
Yep.
Which I will be doing when I'm not, like, grinding against a Disc Armor or other such monster.
Right, because the War Fatigues actually give realistic damage
so
upgrades.
If I put that on Iron Plate, from 14, I'm now doing 11. So, you know, that's what War Fatigues are doing for me.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with, like, grinding out of souls to make Headhunter, like, really, really cool is that there are a lot of enemies that were going to be very difficult for me to kill, let alone get, like, many of their souls or whatever.
It realistically might be getting Zombie Soul 9 times.
Well, if that becomes the plan, I will get Soul Eater Ring. Like,
Yeah.
Death's Robe will help with that too. There we go.
I gotta get on the other side there.
Well, I'm used to it more, yes, and that's kind of bad on me because I do need practice at approaching monsters from either direction, but also the door that I'm going through is on this side, so...
Okay, yeah, definitely.
That makes a little more sense.
Definitely your attack stat can go above into triple digits just because the Claim Soul has plus 99, so...
It'd be pretty poor if otherwise.
Yeah. And Death's sickle is plus 130.
Ow. Jerk.
Bonk. Gotcha with the fadeaway. Just soothing punching.
Yep.
Oh, do you have it in 3 cycles now?
If I play a little riskier and try for 5 punches instead of 4, then I think so. I can almost squeeze in 6, but I'm almost certainly taking...
Okay, no, that's 4 cycles regardless, because that was 17 hits.
Okay.
So... But, so yeah, squeezing in the 5th hit does, on any of the 1 cycles, does bring it from 5 cycles to 4, though, so...
Damn it. That was even really dicey. I will curse myself to punch out tall armors all day long.
Look, the action before this yesterday was fighting a sorcerer who you couldn't deal damage to and falling into spikes that were instant kill.
It's true. I do prefer this to that by a large margin. This is a fun and interesting challenge. It is almost a fair challenge compared to what I was doing in that other game. Yikes, too close. Okay.
I still am not able to parse what reasoning goes into the creation of that casual mode thing. Like, in the sense of, like, is it meant to be a joke?
They thought it would be a cute joke. I'm sure that's the reason. And then, like, took the shortest, most direct route to some kind of comedy. by saying, Kingdom Hearts is for babies, right? Because you have a key instead of a sword, because swords are for adults. And they put a ribbon on your head.
Yeah,
maybe
that was
as a callback to I Want to Be the Guy. Because you have a ribbon in medium difficulty in that game.
Yep.
Which is the game's lowest difficulty, by the way.
Yeah, medium, hard, and impossible.
So, like, the thing is, I think I said it while I was playing, I want to be the guy that game ain't. It's maybe like, I want to be the guy.
You know, that's actually a genre.
Yeah, the, like, whole, I want to be the Boshi and the
Yep.
likes.
There are a lot of games that took I want to be the guy as a model. Okay, so the actual leveling process here is pretty quick, comparatively.
Yeah. No, as soon as I thought of disc armor, I'm like, no, that's ideal.
Yeah. Hey, 15s.
Yay.
Yeah, a lot of people want to be the guy.
I think it's okay to not like I Want to Be the Guy. It's like, it's full of jokes and references, and it's got a lot of rough edges.
Absolutely. It does go.
I'm willing to forgive it a long way because it contains Kraid Geef.
Kraid Geef.
And if you're willing to put that in your video game, I will I will stretch out a lot further. Like, that's a bit of personal charm, I think. That's something that speaks to me.
I very much enjoy my buddy Mike. Kraid Geef was his first introduction to Kraid. So he didn't understand the reference.
Oh my god.
Well, he understood, like, we've played Street Fighter a ton, so, like, obviously the Zangief part comes along, so it's like, oh, the joke is this is just a really large, like, Godzilla-like Zangief, but no, like, also, then, like, one day he was watching me play Super Metroid, he's like, wait, why are you fighting that I want to be the guy boss?
Yeah. Being free does make I Want to Be the Guy a lot more charming, frankly.
Well, I think there's this, I don't know, there's this, like, continuum of, you make a reference in your game to, like, oblique or otherwise, to other games that maybe this comes from, and there's like this curve of, like, doing it as a slight nod, like, that's great, you do it, like, I am aware of where my predecessors are, and, like, Castle in the Darkness falls into this valley of, like, trying to do it so much that's like not all the time, like, I Want to Be the Guy, which is on the far end of the spectrum of this game is just a bunch of references in some sense, but it wanted both sides.
Mm-hmm. Like, it wanted to be its own unique thing, and also, like, give all these, like, subtle nods and tips to all of the existing video games that are even vaguely similar to it. There are a bunch of, like, Zelda jokes in there, like, of course, the Kingdom Hearts thing, and maybe the ribbon is an I Want to Be the Guy thing. It does look very similar to the I Want to Be the Guy ribbon, but it could also be like Ms. Pac-Man, even though Ms. Pac-Man was a much more difficult game than Pac-Man, but whatever.
But, like, when you're doing it at the point of I Want to Be the Guy, which is referencing it to the point of, like, we literally have a boss that is Kraid Geef.
That is named Kraid Geef. I think that Kraid Geef in particular is a blend of two other things in a way that makes each one look absurd, and I like that. Like, it's the name alone, if you know both of these games, both tells you what it is and makes you laugh at the idea that the two could be the same thing.
Mm-hmm. And well, then there's other portions of the game, like there's an actual honest replica to a T of the Mother Brain fight. And I Want to Be the Guy. There's that.
Right,
but
there's a place that's actually just Tetris blocks falling on you.
Yep. So it's this wraparound. You've gone so far into the absurd, like it becomes its own thing on that merit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The diegesis of the game is not meant to be a cohesive, like, oh, the kid has a backstory and lore, and each of those Tetris blocks goes home and has a family. That's not what it's supposed to be. Whereas, Castle of the Darkness there is this anime story of, oh, the sorcerer, and my dad, and I can't fight him alone, and like, okay, I can't fight him alone either. Come help me.
Yep. There's literally
we're here together now. Why aren't you helping?
And there's the whole thing with the frog.
Yeah. Are frogs like an indie humor trope thing? Because Shovel Knight has that as well, with the frogs who are people and tell jokes, and you have to like tell better jokes to impress a different frog that you meet later. And
I think Shovel Knight, that's a smaller thing, because that's just a person in town, right?
Yeah, but I mean, oh my god, that's what I'm talking about. There are certain frames where the impulse on that disc is extreme.
That was a Havoc Physics disc armor disc. That was a this all of a sudden became a Dark Souls Knight, and yeah, it could be. It could also just be the whole reversal of the the frog is a prince.
Yeah, like when we first got introduced to the frog as a character, he was dreaming of kissing a princess and turning her into a frog, which I guess was cute. Shovel Knight does have a lot of animal people, kind of like Dragon Ball Z.
Yep, like the president of the world.
The president of the world, who is a dog. Oh shit!
I don't know.
That's the wrong door. Whoops.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. You're looping.
Yeah, my bad.
But yeah, now Shovel Knight again hits a finer level of referencing its source material, in that it barely ever actually calls out its source material straight. Oh, it just lost that disc.
Wow, I found the magic frame. I found the magic pixel. I was the exact correct distance away from this guy to be able to cut his rope.
It's wow. But yeah, and Shovel Knight also succeeds in being its own thing. I don't know, I'm a big fan of Shovel Knight as far as the this sort of indie platformer thing that has been going on for a while, because it does it the best out of any of the games that I've played like that.
I guess when I was evaluating it, I was comparing it to for real ass huge games. But it had what the hell? It had the Baz in it? What the hell was that? Who is the Baz? Why does he keep appearing in these things?
The Baz has really kind of silly backstory of existing in Dive Kick.
Right.
But the Baz is based off of a rejected Street Fighter 2 concept character who looked very similar to the Baz. Let me find the
Kickstarter, right?
Oh yeah,
Man,
oh yeah. Also,
most any baffling decision I can think of is Kickstarter.
Yeah,
Kickstarter.
That's the other reason. So the Baz also is obviously a Dive Kick character, but there's also there's a boss fight on the overworld where you fight against a generic anime protagonist.
Right. I
who
think
somebody
that specific guy is notorious for sneaking his original character into other games through Kickstarter.
I believe there were a couple other Kickstarters that did have that same. Yeah. Oh man, 17. Yeah.
Disc Armor's
But
where
yeah.
it's at.
And heck, from what I have seen on the PS4 version of Shovel Knight, there's a Kratos boss fight because Sony wanted that in there or something like that.
Kratos.
Yes, the God of War.
What a bizarre place to plant your sword.
Yep.
What a mysterious and definitely not Greek hill to die on.
Oh, but then also, Shovel Knight, as I think the other Kickstarter boss fight has like Mr. Hat, or like there's this hat person who's like a shopkeep that if you empty out all the shoppers in the area will fight you, and it's a much more it's a much more silly and kind of fitting with the game in tone rather than like generic anime protagonist.
Right. Okay.
shows up.
So we have a kind of sliding scale here where, say, I don't want to put Castle in the Darkness on the far end exactly because it does still have like the references in it. It's not fully its own diegesis. But
Right.
for the purpose of this discussion, that is the furthest end that we've talked about. And then we have the other end that is I want to be the guy with, like, literally you are in a Tetris block, or this is the exact pixels of Mike Tyson from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Yeah.
And in between, I think we have Shovel Knight, where it's mostly diegetic and then has some of its own stuff that's a little outside, a little silly, and then a couple nods to other things from other places, but not so big and mainstream and obvious that it's immediately, oh my god, that's Ryu. It's instead like, this could have been Ryu if history had unfolded a different way and the butterfly flaps its wings. Like maybe there's an alternate dimension where you go and you play Street Fighter 2 and the Baz is there.
That would be a strange alternate dimension with the Baz. And then would that mean Ryu in that dimension appears as a dive kick character?
Definitely.
Ooh.
Maybe his name is Sho. No Mitten claims to know the perfect balance of this hypothetical thing that I am crafting. Barkley shop at Jam Gaijin. I see. That is absolutely its own diegesis, but also just sort of a mishmash of incongruous pieces lifted from sources.
But in a different way than... Certainly in a much different way than Shovel Knight,
Right.
because like you quite literally have a ghost dad boss fight, or Wilford Brimley existing as a character within the game,
Right.
and hell, you are playing as Charles Barkley, this whole set thing. But yeah, that's definitely. I'm not even certain where that fits. If this is even a continuum or more of a. I think it actually might be more of a 4-point,
Yeah.
like top left, top right, that sort of thing.
Well, anyway, that it belongs on the spectrum that we're talking about. Maybe.
Yeah.
Construct that. It's a tool.
You don't. I don't think games exist anymore in even like here. This isn't a game in a vacuum that doesn't reference other games or media, both in the sense that like you're playing a game that has connections back to other Castlevania games, but also things like the straight reference to Star Platinum in one of the Bullet Souls, things like that are just references in a way. Nothing lives in a vacuum. except for sometimes that disc that just goes off in really strange directions.
That may as well be its own thing.
Yeah.
I don't think Shovel Knight is good. I've been kind of holding that back this whole time we've been talking about it, but I really don't.
I recall your experience streaming it.
Oops. God damn it.
Oh, you got the pixel.
Okay, that was 6, so I can safely do 5. Yeah, okay. Yeah, not in Shovel Knight there was instant death, and when Medibot and I were playing it, he has a much different opinion about video game punishment systems than I do. Maybe not much different, but we've talked about it a lot. And the way that Shovel Knight handles punishment is something that squares very neatly with what he likes in punishment systems in video games, and very far off from what I like in punishment systems in games. So I think ultimately we are talking about the same thing. We just have, we agree on the essential facts of the matter. We're just on different ends of what we like. But yeah.
Yeah, I can't speak for the DLC, the Plague Knight stuff in the game at all. Just the base game.
Yeah. I do appreciate that they would... Oh man, that one went bouncing off. I do appreciate that they would make a DLC that's a completely different character with a different movement and attack scheme, and that's an interesting addition, and probably noteworthy and cool and
all that. A lot more so than if you were just going to be like, and here's more of what we have already done. It's we are going to present a different experience, making it worth doing.
So, in particular, the way that Medibot and I disagree about the, again, it's not like disagreeing so much as agreeing on the essential facts and liking or disliking things. The way we break is that what he likes in video games is when the punishment system favors the player's time spent playing the game, which is to say, if we're talking about the Mario Brothers, and if you fall in a pit, you lose a life. It starts you at the last checkpoint or the beginning of the level or whatever, and there's a screen in the middle that shows you Mario and X and the number of mans that you have left, that kind of thing. The platonic ideal of this system to Medibot's mind, oh man, I just get ripped apart by Rupert right after the save, but that's fine, is when all of those parts get skipped, where instead of, shoving you back to the beginning of the level, then there's zero time between a death and a restart.
So the one of the examples I can think of immediately, this would be something like a Super Meat Boy, where it's just you take the death and you are immediately, without any fanfare, you are back in the action.
Right. And that does Super Meat Boy have checkpoints? I forget. Oh man. Did I find the magic spot? Baby, basically yes.
Not checkpoints in this. The levels aren't long enough because the levels are their own standalone thing.
That's true.
Some of the very lengthy end levels actually might be 2 parts. I can think of the final level of the actual game is you go the level one direction, then you go back through that level, and you are checkpointed at the the halfway point. But that's the exception. Much farther.
Okay.
That is heck. That might be the only exception.
No checks. Got it.
Yeah.
But it could have. Like, it's a game that could have. At the very least, again, I Want to Be the Guy is this way. Like, press R to restart. It says immediately upon your death, and when you die, it plays a guitar riff.
Yeah. And heck, you can do that at any point too.
Right.
Like if you can just hit R.
You're like, well, I anticipate this jump is going to plunge me into this pit, so I'm just going to touch R now and then like pop out of the save point.
Yeah.
A lot of the bugs in that game had to do with save points that were murderous. Like if you actually used them to save and you restarted from them, you would immediately die afterward, and that's unfair and not what the creator actually wanted.
Right, that's a mistake rather than an honest choice.
But no, so that's, again, if we're talking about Spectra, that's one end where, you know, the immediate restart upon death from the agreed upon beginning of whatever challenge you are supposed to complete. And this is definitely a challenge game kind of thing, and not a like narrative decision-making storytelling kind of thing. You know, because the story would go something like, Super Meat Boy attempted to jump from one platform to the other. His slick body stuck to the wall slightly. Then he fell into some salt and died.
So you have exactly one game where that becomes story, and that's Prince of Persia, where it's no, that's not how it happened. Because the whole
goddamn video games, there's always some stupid exception.
There is. I know.
Stupid video games.
I think that's true of most things, though. When you present something as like, this is how it usually is, it's like, here's the exception to prove the rule.
Right, but the stratum that I am talking about to begin with is the amount of time spent in the death and restart cycle for a challenge game.
Okay.
From an agreed upon checkpoint to an agreed upon goal state, the flag at the end, the bandage girl, the Jesus, what is the goal of I Want to Be the Guy actually, but like the next checkpoint. The next checkpoint, that's fine.
I was going to say the next checkpoint, because the actual goal is becoming the guy, which involves getting 6 things that let you enter the castle to become the guy.
So this this whole sort of presumes that the only thing that video games do is waste time. And any time spent playing a video game that does not result in a victory condition is time wasted, rather than spent, used, enjoyed, whatever. I don't like that. I don't like reducing video games to a system where the player certainly and eventually wins, and the only difference is how long it takes. This reduces any challenge into something that is not a challenge.
Well, I think that this fits with your definition of a game, right? Which is the one thing that makes a game.
It's it needs a loss condition.
Right.
I don't necessarily need a win condition for me to consider it a game, but I do need a loss condition.
I think that might actually be maybe simplifiable to an end condition, but I don't know if that is.
Because loss is kind of it is a bit of a moral judgment in itself. Like you have done poorly. We are judging you to have done poorly, that kind of thing.
Right, because I don't think victory or loss actually covers everything that I would consider. Like, I think end might be slightly more on that, but that's just wavering over words.
Right. I'm going to keep it as loss condition because I do like semi-moralizing about irrelevant things. But yeah, I don't like the notion that we play video games to get to the end state that is the goal, the flag at the end of the level, the good thing, and it's only a matter of time. I want there to be challenges that essentially cannot be overcome. Not like within any single game, but like with a combination of player and game. It's like, no, I'm I'm actually not good enough at this. I'm not going to be able to punch out Dracula in this game. It's too hard.
Yeah,
The challenge is too demanding of like identifying distances and reflexes and spacing and timing.
I know my limits as far as like, you know, I've been asked multiple times why I haven't gotten into like speed running Super Metroid, and the very distinct answer I can give is I don't believe I could actually fight Ridley. Like, I do not believe that is a challenge that I can complete. You know, so that's within a
Yeah.
like
Shit,
like,
I don't think I can surpass Fantoon with the like speed route. Shit.
I think Fantoon, I think I could do because I understand Fantoon's patterns. I understand Fantoon better than I understand Ridley.
Well, okay, between the two of us, we have a speedrunner.
Yeah. All right. Oh, that's good. Right. Diablo 3 Hardcore has lives. That's the thing. But no, right. So because that's a challenge, I don't think that I can complete. It fits into that. It's something where it's like, well, yeah, there are definitely a ton of people that can do that, and it's a valid challenge, and I'm not one of them. And I think maybe if I spent a like ridiculous amount of time on it, maybe. But yeah, the point being, not every challenge is completable by every person. That's more of a modern take on games these days, is like games that want you to get to the end, and games that
Yeah.
like they either subtly or unsubtly like change the challenge to fit the player because they want 100% of their players to experience the game. I think a good example of this is how more recent Mario, and I think almost most mainline Mario games will have like this, like basically if you fail a level something like 5 or 10 times, it will just be like, hey, here's a superstar. Do you want to just run on through this and get to the next level? Because we want you to finish our game.
Okay, I was trying to be fancy. I should stick with what I know. Maybe not. Maybe punching him in the knee is better so I can start sooner. Yeah, I should have been punching him in the knee this entire time.
Learning experience. You because you have more health and more damage. You're more liable to just test out those sorts of things.
Yeah.
You can get in like 6 hits safe, 7 unsafe.
Yeah. That's not so great. I think you should hold off talking about Resident Evil 4 until we're playing it. Right.
Well, that's something we can definitely talk about when RE4 is happening, because there are things to talk about with that game. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, the Super Guide, that's the name of it. The V Prisoner brings up. Disc armor. Oh, I guess a question I haven't even asked on this. What's our goal here? What's our what are we?
The end state for fighting disc armor.
Right. I don't think we've
$50. That's a good question. I'm up to level 18, strength 43. I mean, ultimately, I know I'm going to want a lot of this.
Right. Well,
because I could say I want 20 damage on him. I want level X, the Eliminator, like.
Okay. Funnily enough, like Dark Souls is a game that, in a bit more of a perfect world, would have the same sort of like, okay, you die, you immediately get to restart at the last checkpoint. But because of like how the game is, it's you die, the "you died" screen comes up, you're dead, and then you get like a loading screen of indeterminate length depending on what
Maybe it shows you multiple items depending on what platform you're playing on.
Right. Or, like, I remember watching a piece of, I think it was the Bloodborne, like, speed run, and they would have to, like, warp between areas, like, something like 3 or 4 times in a row, and it was just like, here's the speed run, 2 minutes of loading screens. And it's like, that's, this sort of arbitrary wasting your time system.
I mean, certainly there are, like, time wasters that we can point to and say, no, we should obviously avoid this.
Right.
Like, for instance, oh man, if I could just make stupid video games or ROM hacks or something just to, like, prove dumb points. Like, what if I had a video game that had these loading screens or whatever, and, they were all 30 minutes long and showed some of the credits through each of them. Showed credits from other games.
Ooh.
Because of, like, lengthy loading screens, it's like, okay, well, you're just talking about Sonic 2006 again.
Yeah, you cut me off on that one. That's, yeah. I guess you're heading back.
Guy. I am. All right, let me game one more level, and then let's think about where I'm going next.
Okay.
Because I think it's just, like, Big Golem, try to get the slide tackle, even though at certain points I'm going to want to turn it off.
Big Golem, like, looking at Big Golem, looking at it, like, Big Golem's defense is pretty dang low, so you're gonna actually be able to damage. It's just that Big Golem spacing is really bad for your weapon.
Oh yeah,
terrible.
I will probably not have very many good opportunities.
Yeah, I Gnome, what you say, I was going to a little bit elaborate. I think the "you died" part of that is, like, that's obviously a 100% intentional, like, take a look and step back and think about it. But then, like, the 10 seconds of waiting of, like, okay, the loading screen, I think that's not as intentional. But again, this is mostly just from watching a Bloodborne speedrun where the loading screens constituted 1/4 of the speedrun or something like that. It was, again, not as bad as Sonic 2006, where I think they estimated the loading screens took up 1/3 of the speedrun, which is, yeah.
I should play and stream Bloodborne at some point. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I own that game. Happy Valentine's Day.
That's a step. That's the next step from Dark Souls 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, unpatched Bloodborne. Because, yeah, the speedrun was unpatched because there was some glitch they needed to do. So, like, if they used the patch version, it would have been much lesser on the... Oh.
That was stupid. Why did I do these things?
You do it to change it up.
Yeah.
Because you're doing a repetitive task, and even
now hold on. You guys are talking about loading screen minigames. I thought like until 2014 or something, Atari had the copyright on that. Like, was some kind of thing that I remember there being news about this.
Yeah. Yes, what you say is correct. There was a company that held, though it was a specific subset. Like, there were rules to what they had the trademark on, and it wasn't a 100%. Which is why Okami was brought up there. like because there's. God, I don't actually recall what people are saying. A couple different companies. I don't know which one had it, but yeah, you are correct. I think it was until like 2 years ago.
I'll have to look that up. That's something maybe that is not actually something I should know, but hey. It's not that I don't like loading screen minigames. I have no particular affection for them. Vermilion.
Yeah. I guess in a perfect world they wouldn't need to exist.
Yeah. Oop.
Ooh.
Took a bad hit. It's no good. And then a worse one. Let's stop being distracted for a minute. Hold the phone.
Guts. that was pretty powerful guts.
All right. Well, that was Peril Mario. That was not Danger Mario, let me tell you.
Go to 1. Hey, okay.
Status good. Status good. Don't die to Rippers.
It is now legal to leave.
Only I had the soul that boosted my damage when at 1 digit of health.
Oh my god.
President Arc, you ask a very interesting question. Why is Tasty Meat 290 HP? That does seem like a pretty random number. Well, let me tell you, it is a pun in Japanese. The meat item restores 29 health, or Niku, which is the word for meat. Niku. It's, yeah. And so all of the meat items restore some variation of 2 and 9, because they wanted Tasty Meat to be more powerful, that restores 290.
It's kind of the same reason that Death's HP is 4444.
But,
yeah, well.
for a different pun in a different game.
Oh, right, the 999 thing. Yeah, Q. Q. I mean, it's close enough, whatever.
Yeah, close enough for a pun, certainly.
Right. All right. So beating up the guys, and next I wanted to go fight Big Golem. Okay. Yes, that is the plan.
Do you wanna head back to just purchase 9 potions?
That'd be okay. That'd be a-okay.
Yeah, there's a couple other, the Konami number,
right?
But number puns, they.
I'm sorry, there are a ton of Konami puns in the Bible. Get out of here! Now you guys are just making stuff up.
I don't think those are 2 related statements.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're saying wrong things on purpose for a joke.
Yeah, all those Konami puns in the Bible.
Hey, skeletons in one. That's kind of fun. Let me think about where I'm going. Maybe here, actually?
Ooh.
Wow, I'm powerful. This is great.
You actually deal damage now. Well, again, do you want to go back to the warp to pick up potions is the question.
I don't think so, because I can get the warp in the next zone and then warp back.
So then you can just do that anyway,
right.
Yeah.
Siren is not going to be very fun as a fight, I don't think. Yeah. Well, it'll be okay. It's a doable fight. I want to say there are no monsters that you need to get so close to punch that they still hit you with being that close. Like, there's an angle to approach every enemy.
There's no invincible enemy to you.
That might not be correct, but
I'm trying to think of if
officer,
there's,
for instance. Even he is punchable by me.
I was really hoping you'd get the soul there.
Yeah. I always hope for this. One-shot Ghost Dancer. That makes this tolerable. I'm happy with my decisions.
What's... Ghost Dancers are pretty valuable as far as experience goes, too. As far, like, comparatively, that's 22. So, pretty quick.
I mean, hell, even Durga you can punch from behind. So there's some angle. You do have some approach.
Right.
Oh,
no way from... Oh.
Yep.
That...
Welcome to Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl's a different thing that might be a little bit difficult to approach, but is more of a... Oh, this is just a rhythm game. Never mind.
Yeah. We'll do this fair. Like real fighters. First you hit me, and then I hit you. And that's fair. Anyway. Yeah,
there's the warp.
There's the warp. Oh, I think what you guys are talking about is numbers. And like how certain persons live to be however many years and then, had this many sons. Those are years not meant to be measured in like actual like years lived in the time of the shared experience that upon God's creation that we call Earth, but rather the like as wise as his years, number of years. So like that's supposed to be a measure of wisdom, but that's also one of the authors. So
right.
Everybody has different.
Interpret as you will.
Well, no. I mean, every author of the Bible has different stuff that they bring to the table.
Oh, sorry. Yes,
So,
that way.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess I am just here for potions.
I think that's all you had money for.
Right. Well, I could sell the excess iron plates, hammer, any weapons really.
I don't think you could buy an upgrade armor, right? Can you buy silver plate? Not yet.
Yeah. It happens. I forget when. I think I have to defeat either Big Golem or... That's a good question, because I kind of heck up the triggers of this game a lot of the time.
Right, and I'm... Same here. I've played through this game with, like, in a correct sequence, a grand total of 1 time.
That's very difficult. Even with good mashing, that's difficult.
Oh, the like movement.
Yeah, the like double jump dive kick, double jump dive kick.
Ugh.
Basically, you hold the down button and hammer on jump, but there's actually a rhythm to it, and only a task can do it right. So.
Yeah. Or I guess if you're Rom Scout doing a Richter run.
I want to say that one's easier for humans to accomplish, but I don't mean to diminish anything that Rom Scout does.
Right. I just know that I am not able to do that task. All right. Are we able to get ninja suit around here? Is that in the dance hall?
Samurai.
Oh, samurai. Oh, samurai. That's right. Wrong one. That's still a technical upgrade on damage. Thanks, zombie officer.
No, that should be nearby. I forget exactly where.
Also, the levels.
Oh.
Wow.
Quetzalcoatl can drop ancient belt. Cool.
Oh my god.
Thanks.
All right. That's
he was also pro wrestling champion at one point.
That's incredible. So that's Quetzalcoatl's rare drop. That was the belt that we could have gotten at some point off of the kicker.
Yeah, there it is, samurai armor.
Which I think is just a defense
Flat
upgrade.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it does have the it does have the strength on it.
Yep.
So it has the same strength. Oh man, waiter skeleton throwing his head at me.
Hold on, how... Okay, never mind. Waiter Skeleton was one of the enemies I was looking at as a consideration for getting experience because of, like, between ease of fighting and ease of finding, but it looked like you had a 4-hit, and that's not really as good. Wow, you went down from 27 damage from Quetzalcoatl's attacks to 18 from your new upgrades.
Maybe having armor is also real. Okay.
I mean... Yeah, defense means something. Nope.
Nothing for me there. I can clip here, but it's not useful. I can clip there, but it's not useful.
Alright, I can think of like 3 places in the game where there's a useful clip.
I can frankly only think of the one.
There's one in the room with Copper Curious that's useful. That's the one that's used in the speed run.
Hey, beef curry.
Hey.
Sweet. Do I want either? No, that's a
mana
It's a
prism.
mana prism. We don't need that. Okay.
You certainly don't really want to be fighting killer dolls.
I'll just sit squat here and start punching, and eventually my enemies will go away.
True.
Maybe not the Quetzalcoatl, but
I think yeah, I was thinking you might have to adjust slightly. You 3-hit Quetzalcoatl though. Yeah, zombie officer, you actually have an easier answer to. Okay, that one was.
that's why I don't like fighting them.
Right. Oh no.
He is so thrilled to have hit me with his curry. You know what? I'm gonna eat your stupid curry.
Dop, 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 dop.
I'll do it. There it is. Quite an addictive flavor. Eat your stupid beef curry. Thank you. Yeah, okay. If you're gonna go all linguist on me, it's something like Quetzalcoatl, but you know.
Yeah. I have never claimed to be the best at pronunciations. Yeah, the game over screen right there.
I do try. Yeah. Oh no, I lose.
Yeah, I definitely, yeah, same here. I'm not. It's not in the sense of like I am stubborn in it. It's just I am poor at my first attempts most of. Oh, save point. There you go.
I like No Mitten's answer. I can barely speak English.
Speak English. Okay, now here's the thing. No, you can't go here.
Yeah. There's something in a ceiling, but I don't have an uppercut yet.
The question I was going to raise is we have a good chance of fighting minotaurs here, and
It's
you can get down the Oh, you were noting that the name is actually just missing letters. I believe. No, I was going to say
Well,
This is not a game that had
Let me show
a
you the
perfect
cut
translation.
all.
Yeah.
It's in this room.
Yeah,
I can't
go
collect
find
it yet because I don't have
Oh.
I don't go here enough. Oh, right, down. That's what I want.
down. Right, you need to be in the basement.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
the different basement.
yeah. But yeah, this is a game with the spear of Ron China.
Yes. the Ronginus lance.
So you know that it is a quality translation. Oh, I think you have Evil Butcher dead a lot quicker now rather than a 10 from
Yeah.
before. Okay, this is... You are measurably getting stronger, and that's good. Like,
Yeah, we were worried that it was going to be like, okay, you just punch every enemy for like forever. But no, we're doing slightly better than that. Yeah, Skull Million. For Scarmiglione.
yep. Skull Million. You talked before about not this game, but Blaze.
Yeah. Skeleton Blaze. Curly. Alright, so here I am. Let's punch out a big golem. Let's attempt it. Hey, bud. I'm probably gonna have to go after his face.
Yeah, like, what's your damage is going to be the biggest question, I think.
Ugh.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
the
I don't
space.
know the spacing yet. It'll get better when I
Oh.
do.
Plus side, save point is literally right there.
Right.
No effort to get here. Okay.
I
can't-
didn't
I could
actually
not-
see that number.
Yeah, I could not see what that number was.
27.
27.
Okay, excellent. We got real damage, boys.
Wow. Little under 50 hits.
That ain't that bad. Again,
No.
he's still a basic monster. Well, which is to say, he appears in other places in the game as like not a boss.
Is this the last one, I think?
I think so.
Oh.
Because like Headhunter is after him in the sequence.
Yeah, I'm just
And
going.
although it'd be rad to have like just Headhunter bouncing
Headhunter.
around in third form in certain areas. Like,
Man.
yeah.
Press jump in the air to recover HP. Yeah.
Yeah. Jumping while taking damage restores health.
There's health. Yep.
That's my favorite.
It's just a lie. This is actually first in a normal sequence. Because you have to get the slide from back here, and then you use the slide to go through the room that we had seen, which leads to the inner quarters, I
Right,
think.
which was perhaps why Persephone was kicking the crap out of me.
Yeah.
But the actual reason that I want the slide is because I have to deal damage to a floor in order to break it to get the ninja armor.
Oh, you don't have a way to do that, do you?
Don't. I could use I could cheat and use Claymore, but
The
oh, right,
oh dear.
yeah, can't get
The
greedy.
other slide, or the slide kick, was actually in the list of like damage formulas.
That's funny.
Like the dive kick is as well, as you may know, the zoo may know, and if you didn't, there's a cool highlight that can show this off. The dive kick is damage scaling based on how far you fall.
In this one too?
No, just in the second one.
Okay, in
this one,
Dawn, right?
yeah. In this one, I think it's just half your attack. In Dawn, it's
Right, they got a little more sophisticated with it.
let me find that.
Which it was actually like it wasn't distance; it was time in the air. Because I remember
Oh.
that at some point you could like dive kick, hold the Medusa soul, and just sort of like be dive kicking and then release the Medusa Soul for the appropriate amount of damage. So it's like, I'm building it up.
Whatcha?
Speaking of building, I think I'm punching one out right now.
Yeah.
Some people explore ancient ruins. I punch them down.
Not the Grant hack. No, not that one. You know what? I can just search it. I remember the name of it. There we go.
I don't even remember that. Jeez.
Vote Soma for dive kick.
See, I make a point of not remembering my own jokes. That's why.
I
Just missed.
I try very much to not repeat, like when I'm doing stream titles, I will try very hard to not do a repeat stream title for that's kind of also because I record all of those and throw them all up on the YouTube, and I don't want to have two videos with the same title. It's already confusing enough, like if you actually want to find a specific draft, like it's like there's not a really good way to narrow that down, and that's something I've actually been trying to figure out a solution to for a while. Like if I wanted to look through my old videos and find the draft where
yes, there is a... I'm sorry, go on.
Go ahead.
I was going to respond to the zoo. Someone was saying there's a multi-hit stored, like the Chrysagrim. There is. It's called the Valman Way. It looks a little different, but yeah.
Yes. I don't think it does any damage. Like, I mean, in the sense that I don't think it has I don't think it has any attack value on it. It's just the fact that it's multi-hit.
Right.
Which is...
It's pretty cool, though. You can also get a gun.
Two guns, right?
Yeah, there's the 45 and the silver gun, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And does this game have the laser?
Yes, you can get a particle rifle.
Yeah.
Chrysagrim was interesting because you could... Now I think Valman Way does this as well. You can move while attacking, which is unique. Like, it's like, yeah, you know, if I'm feet on the ground punching, then I'm stuck throwing the punch. I think that's 27. It's hard to tell.
Right, like there's no way you can hit him and not have the number appear in your health bar, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Zombo, that's very true. I tend to name mine after whatever went on in the last... That's a common thing I do with the names, is naming them after something else from the previous draft. But yeah, I'm still looking for a good way to signify them, like, because, like, just put the whole dang, like, what deck it is in the description or something like that. Like, I don't have a good way of, like, sorting. Like, you know, I know certain ones. Like, if I want to find the one that's I drafted 6 Ulamog's Crushers, I know that one's called Neo Modem Masters. I don't really, like, though, like, why would you, you know, there's no reason you would remember that.
Oh boy.
So, I think I need a better system. So this is close, but I want to remind you that if you take another hit, that you do have a pile of potions that are recurable. So
yeah, I know. Think about taking a hit. Oh wait, certain hits of his are 80, right?
I know 58 was the big damage. I think one potion isn't going to harm you to use. So 58 was his normal hit. I think the rock hits.
Right, I think 80 was the big, like, womp fist, but it's, like, unless I'm getting way too greedy, that's not going to hit me.
Right.
Okay.
Hey!
And it's just that easy.
First try.
So do we get to meet Tsuchinoko? We don't.
We don't.
He crawled away. Oh, Skeleton Blaze is in this game after all.
Oh, right! I'd forgotten that was the name of the slot. Hey. Dunsparce is here.
Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be able to kill that guy.
Yeah.
But all he does is give you better prices at Hammer. Like Hammer sees your cool snake, and then he's like, "Wow, that's a cool snake.
Yeah.
I'll give you a better price." Which is not a problem because if I get the Mimic Soul, I can just like generate
money.
money by taking damage in this one specific place that's like spikes next to a save point.
And the clock tower.
Yeah. There's not much of a reason to go there otherwise. That specific place, I mean, not the clock tower in general.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Well, specifically, the clock tower is supposed to gate you from going to the arena, right? Like, that's the... What is, like...
We have ways to do
Right.
Yeah,
because
you
it's
get the
supposed to be...
Skula Soul, which
We have to
allows
get...
you to get to... Yeah, we do.
We tried very hard not to have to get that.
Well,
Well,
Skula is required for Chaos Zone. So
Right.
if I need to punch out Chaos, then I absolutely need to get it. But I think we'd be able to... I'm going to end up getting it anyway, so yeah, we have to fight
Right.
Death. I forget what's over here apart from this guy.
I don't remember.
Any wood golem? I guess that's a thing. I kind of want to find out now. There's no reason to go over here. It's got to be something. It's probably like money.
Well, fighting a Minotaur, which is good practice for fighting a red Minotaur.
Not as good as I would like, but you're right.
No. Yeah, we had the pair of Emicrol drafts and Rise. Those have been two of the more recent ones. I think it is just money.
Yeah. It's not worth it at all.
That is a hitbox and a half right there. You're punching the air in front. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. You can definitely zip past in the Chaos Zone if you do the some of the area zips or the quick save glitch zips.
Yeah.
I remember we were trying it without those and just trying to dive kick through it when we were doing our science.
I could never get that to work.
No.
Oh my god, winged skeleton might be the enemy that I cannot punch.
I think you can. Oh no, I think winged skeleton you can hit because they. Oh, okay. Wow, 29 damage on Creaking Skull. That's almost as like you're fighting the fight in the first place.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. I don't need to go that way.
Right, especially if you spend 2 or 3 potions going that way, you're just spending the money.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I did save after beating the guy, right?
Doors open.
I
And
can
you're
blaze
sliding.
it, yeah.
So. Oh, 18 damage on wooden golem. Okay.
Yeah, he ain't all that. I mean, he has
He
has the
is all
knock,
that,
but
he's sort of all that. Alright.
hey,
Hey,
knife.
soul. Souls are always going to be a plus.
I am sort of presuming that I'm going to defeat Headhunter.
Yeah. I don't think that's unreasonable. I guess I wonder what our damage is going to be on Headhunter is probably the biggest question again. Headhunter is going to be a lot more of a game of attrition too. Oh, yeah, okay. There we go.
Wait, that's not what I wanted. Okay, over and up. Sure.
Yep.
Again,
Cool.
I like never come here.
Yeah.
The room looks sort of similar, and some of them you need to slide through. And it's like, what? Yeah.
Just keep punching that nothing. Yeah, so then that right there is the gating mechanism. Oh, here's the Minotaurs.
Minotaur, like the world, is full of fun.
Okay. That's a lot different fight than it was last time.
Right?
It's still a bad one, but like before that was oh, you found a weak point. Stairs.
Oh my God, is this not the one?
No, it's a couple over.
Yeah. Again, like
They
similar
all
looking
look the
rooms.
same. But yeah, going from like what 40 and 9 to 26 and 21.
Here we go. Oh no. Oh shit. The slide doesn't do it.
Dive kick.
I could swear. Huh.
Maybe it's another room.
Yeah.
Again, the similar look of these. Ghost sword just following you.
Nemesis. Ooh, maybe it was one of these, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Is the room on the left the one? No, that's not the one.
That's the rabbit room.
Yeah, rabbit room. Okay. Ooh.
This should be a save point.
Okay, that's good. Then now you're safe.
I could talk to Headhunter. Let's consult the numbers.
Let's see what it looks like. $43.13.
Again, this is the worst one.
God, you need to be so close. And that stab actually has a step forward on it, so it's not like duck and punch is going to be a really good strategy. Ugh.
I might have to wait for Headhunter to stab. Yeah. Wait for you to stab. Come on. Come on. Too bad. Oh. Yeah.
Yikes.
Hmm.
So the listed best area HP of Headhunter is 700. I think that might. I don't know if that's each form is 700. Was that one on a dive kick?
Was.
Yeah, dive kicking is halve your strength on the attack. Yikes, this is some bad...
Aha!
Oh.
This is allowed.
Judges? Alright, the judges allow it.
I mean, they gave me the slide for a reason, right?
Right, this is the teaching moment. Where Soma just slides left and right. Oh my god.
Headhunter was not prepared for this tact.
Headhunter expected to fight an enemy with a head. This is absolutely ridiculous and I love it.
This is beautiful. I have not equipped a weapon. I have not used any of the souls I claimed I wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I frankly was not expecting this much damage from my slide.
It is 15/16 of strength. Which is why you're getting the, what, 3 less damage?
Yep.
So... it is a very, very minor loss in strength. Of course, this method doesn't work against forms 2 and 3, but
That's fine. I have better angles against forms 2 and 3 for the punch.
mm-hmm.
I was not expecting that. Oops. Ooh. Oh, lost the rhythm. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, hoops. This is definitely a hoops move.
140 slides.
Now I've got down 700 health, so
70 slides.
yeah.
Yeah, no, heal is an idea. Okay.
Okay.
I need a break. My thumb was constantly pressed on the down arrow now.
Good lord. Alright. So this should be a bit more... You have an angle.
Yeah.
You just watch out for wizard attacks.
But, like, the wizard attacks have a... Yeah, they all have a verbal call out.
Okay, good. Oh god, I forgot about that in this game. The fact that, like, when you're fighting Graham, it's waiting. You have to do verbal cues for his different attacks.
Yeah.
Dost.
Tia!
Yep.
So if I'm talking too much, I won't hear the call out.
This one has visibles as well,
Yeah.
like, you know, lightning versus fire, but I think it is specific. I don't think there is a...
I don't think he has another move. Nah, it's just sort of wiggling back and forth.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would have been nice. If I can ever catch him, like, where I'm standing on the platform.
Ooh, you are...
I know.
Alright.
I'm taking bad hits. Like that. That would have been good if he had
This
done-
is... Don't worry too much. This is literally fight 1, so you're still... You know... There's figuring out spacing and movements.
Fight 2, I got grubbed by the first one.
Well, this is fight 1 against this form, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, effectively fight 1.
Oh. Yeah,
Yep,
that's
yeah.
cornered.
Oh, 140 slides because you hit every other slide. Yeah, okay,
Ah,
that's true. Mm.
It's true. It's true. My hands are immune to controller pain because I have defeated Grand Hack.
Same. I can confirm that one as a truth. I know how to beat the aggro Crag. I think you want her in a corner.
Probably.
Well, maybe, I don't know. Oh, this must be what they call the footsies when they're talking about their street fighters, you know? Just playing the long game.
I was really upset with Castle in the Darkness when they had an actual, like, literal doppelganger fight. It's like, hey.
I only caught the end of that, but I saw the seal in the middle of the room, and I just assume it opened in exactly the same way as the doppelganger fight, with like the multiple rotating. Also, apparently, all of Doppelganger's attacks in that game do no damage except for touching you.
Yeah. The body check was the most damaging thing. It was hard to keep track of damage because basically any of it was lethal, and I just stopped counting. Also, even though you got hearts, the visible bar did not move.
I dislike that choice a lot in the game, especially because for probably the first 2 streams, you never were able to take noticeably more hits. It was always 3 hits to death up until stream 3, at which point you were actually able to take a couple hits from enemies for free, you know, like. But like, why have a system of, oh, I'm going to incrementally gain health without your player being able to tell that they are any
Maybe
strong?
it was fake. That's like a feature that they're going to add at some point later. They're like, nah, we're totally planning to give you boss hearts. We mean to pencil that in. It's just
Right, we didn't have time. We made casual mode instead.
we're busy including the 2013 demo of our game. Okay. Sheesh.
Okay. You got out of that one pretty clean. You took a couple hits, but that's... Thirteens, you're looking for about 50 here. Man, sooner or later you're gonna get the position where it's lightning and you're gonna be able to stand and get like 6 hits in. I know it.
That was not it, because that was fire and I couldn't hear it.
Oh dear.
Oh, that was the moment, and I didn't have it. This is subtle practice for the death fight, actually.
Ooh. Heck, I think it also applies for the Graham fight. The last phase, but there you go. That's what I'm looking for. The last phase, anyways.
His stupid rune appears, and I can't see where his body is anymore.
Yeah. Oh, fire.
Stop doing fire. Oh, it hurts. Stop it.
It's even the stronger attack, too.
Yeah.
What potions are for. Yeah, okay.
It's fine. I'm fine.
Okay, so one thing about that fire is that the bottom left is safe, but bottom right isn't.
Yeah.
Because of the way those heads come out. Yeah, like so that head was still safe, whereas if you were on the right side, that would have been
Shit.
yeah, like that.
Exactly like that. Hey.
Okay. So now we've got the
Crunch.
okay. You have an answer to poison.
We do.
So that's good. Are you required to enter with the correct souls or complete? The only thing that matters is killing. I believe it's killing form 2 of the boss with the souls equipped, and you can unequip Giant Bat, Flame Demon, and Succubus after the correct point.
Yeah, I can equip zombie in this fight if I get poisoned. I wonder if I want numbers. It's a thought.
Like a couple more levels. Well, at least the next level is probably easy enough to get that you should just take it 500.
Yeah.
Okay. Heck, the Durgas.
Area monsters.
Durgas aren't that much. 15.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's miserable. I mean, I have them dead in 2 hits, which is probably why, but...
Yeah.
What about Persephone?
Persephone, let me get down here. Persephone's 55. Nemesis is, if you can kill those, are 75. But yeah, they're tough. They take something like 8 hits for you, 7 hits for you.
They're quite tough.
Yes. Well, how close are you to your level at this point? It should be another, yeah, like 2 more cycles of the room like that would do it, but... Yeah, because your next level 14 is an appreciable... Again, it's still an appreciable upgrade as far as numbers go.
I hate how you can be like multi-tapped in this game.
You don't have the same invincibility as others of this. Yeah, like that there. That was another thing with Castle in the Darkness that I thought was just a really poor decision choice, was how slight your... I don't even know if Mercy and Invincibility frames existed in that game.
I don't think they did.
I was convinced they didn't. You would just get like triple tap by like different things, and you also couldn't use like a normal, I'm going to avoid spike damage by taking damage and jumping out. Like that was...
hell, maybe why they made the choice that way, but...
Because they were definitely a game about spikes.
Must be lethal at all times.
Spikes.
You are a robot. You teleport like Mega Man.
Spikes. I am Spikes.
There we go.
Okay.
This area is all about swords.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to cram the most swords into one room. She always somehow instant turns around. How did she do this? Where's your box?
Even 2 hits to kill, they're still very, very difficult because of their hit. Where is their hitbox?
I don't
What the
know.
heck?
I think it changes depending on what pose they're in.
It might be directional. That game had the fatal flaw of having shitty controls. That too. The fact that there were a number of times where you would just like in Castle of the Darkness where it's just like, oops, you clearly lost a jump input. Like that's great. Games like that live and die on tight controls, so.
Right? If you're gonna be like a Meat Boy, you'd better have it.
Right.
Which it ain't by any stretch.
No.
I was making stupid trades.
Well, this is the last time. Ooh, we only got 2 more of those left. Hey.
So did she.
Perfect.
Yeah, alright, that was the level.
Might not affect the slide, but if it ups it to 14 on your actual damage, that's really what matters.
Oh my god.
Ooh. That means you might have actually hit a 2-point level where you're doing 15 on a normal attack.
Magical rounding errors.
Heck yes. I love those magical rounding errors of doubling, halving plus doubling.
And there's good old-fashioned pox. Love pox.
1/3.
I like Castlevania 3 a bunch. It was one of the games that I got the first Christmas after I got a Nintendo. Way back then. So one of my uncles sent us a bunch of Nintendo games that he found in a thrift store. And Castlevania 3 was in there, and it was excellent. As was Castlevania 2, it turns out. And that was something else, but...
Much different game.
What is Bunny Must Die?
It's
He's talking about that.
It came up because it's a game that has similarities to, like, it's a game that gets, like, the Metroidvania title, as it's a game with incremental upgrades throughout. If my memory of it serves right, you actually don't have the ability to go in like, you can only move left to start. Like, you get an upgrade at the beginning. Like,
Oh my god.
But like, in that sense, so it's a game with incremental upgrades and exploration and such, which gets the Metroidvania label. 14, okay.
Oops. That was bad.
And top right is safe. It came up because we were talking about controls in Castle of the Darkness. So. Perfect positioning.
Whoops.
I'm always waiting for this wizard to cast the ice spell, but they just don't have it.
No, slightly too far away from his face.
Nuts.
Buddy.
Ooh. Well, the fact that you're at 4 means that your point of defense did save your life there. Like, factually.
Yeah. It was 5 hits. It's not bad. Dang it.
I don't think the controls were the problem with Axiom Verge. No. Axiom Verge has problems, definitely, but controls weren't the reason that weren't the worst part of that game. Headhunter.
Yeah. Trying to think what I can do differently. Like, the slide approach is clearly really good.
Right. Because you basically have this fight not for free, because she could choose to stab when you do go in for a slide, which puts her in her hurt box. But she doesn't seem to like to do that.
At the very least, the slide is way better than trying to get a punch in.
Right. Yeah, so that stab right there, sometimes if she does that, she steps forward and you just have to take the 43, 42, 43.
43, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the big question is going to come in dealing with the third form.
Takes a long time to get these first 2 forms down, so I don't have any practice at it.
Yep. The speedrunner's dilemma, as it were.
Nice, stable loop.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what all these fights are about, really. Oh my god. I just had a terrifying thought.
What's that?
If I'm going after Chaos, I have to get through Julius.
Yes, you do. That fight is going to be much the same as any other time you fight Julius, just with where you do your Grave Dasher backsteps, but much worse.
Yeah.
Ooh. This enemy has a really weird hitbox as well. Like, I don't think it is the full of the enemy.
Yeah. In a normal fight, you'd never notice.
Well, your sword is like, what do you usually have coming into this? Like, I'm trying to think of what your weapon, like,
If you sneak out the back, you have Hunting. You can have Claymore, Whip
Claymore?
Sword.
Cut all.
Cut all, I guess, yeah.
I guess if you wanted cut all, you could have it here. Yeah, I am a big fan of the Julius fight personally. It's incredibly difficult, but I always have fun with it. However, I mean, punching Julius is a different matter. The fight itself is difficult even when you're coming in with the Claim Selesh. So, you
Yeah.
know, well, I mean, Claim Selesh isn't even great there because Julius is like the enemy that resists holy damage.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to come in with Calibolg.
Yeah, Calibold.
And again, it's not an easy fight even if you come in fully prepared. So. Hmm.
A lot of fires.
Yep. This is more dangerous move. I've got again. I keep waiting for the ice spell.
Maybe he had one and they cut it.
Hmm.
They're like, nah. Like, you're already fighting 3 bosses.
Okay. So at this point now it's like you need to learn a pattern for
Right.
this.
Okay, cannot punch poison.
Nope.
Good to know. Ah. I'm pretty sure you can punch the tongue. Yes.
Ooh, okay.
So when he goes
And-
all, like, Yoshi on me.
Oh, also you can duck it?
Yeah.
Oh. Go zombie soul. And then you stare at each other. Okay, so this is definitely the way you want to get damage in is the Yoshi move. Wow.
Ah, he can go over top of me, asshole.
Yeah, I guess slide is your good adjustment in this.
It's pretty amazing when I got extra damage with zombie.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Oh. Okay. I love that zombie works. And has been doing work in this.
Got me extra damage. Extra defense too, come to think.
Yeah, you were taking less during those. Yes! Headhunter. Okay.
That was excellent.
Just bop them in the tongue. That's, Alright, so Headhunter I think is probably going to be weaker than Skeleton Knight overall at the Mo, but...
Currently, yes. It would give me more defense because it gives any defense, so...
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that felt good. It cost me money, but it felt good.
Money's replenishable. So yeah.
Make a little adjustment here. On my own head. Come to think of heads. Okay. And
So
now there's a witch.
yep, now there's just a witch. Funnily
Witches
enough,
are very powerful.
yes. And their cat has the witch hat.
So yeah, may as well go get Undyne while I'm here. Oh,
Oh,
right. That
that's
presents a challenge of a sort.
dive kicks.
It'd be really weak.
I would
5.
5.
I think I can catch her on the upswing.
If you can get her, 55 is the health there. So like, if you can actually get her in some manner,
Right.
you might just take. I mean, at this point, you have the save, so it's not
Yeah.
like taking the death is okay. But yeah,
So 11
here.
dive kicks, or
Seriously, if you can land a punch, that's probably like 20.
ick.
Yeah.
They would be quite difficult to avoid. Okay, grunt by a witch, it's fine.
No big. So. But yeah, might as well get Undyne. And also, you should be able to find that floor you were talking about.
Right.
Like, if you just go down like 2 rooms, I think.
Let's try it for that. That's what I actually care about.
Right. Technically, you don't need Undyne at all. Well, actually, no. Do you need Undyne to progress if we...
If I'm going this direction, I kind of do.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, that's bad. Well, I could try to dodge them all the way up.
Yeah. So, man, Curly takes 4 hits. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe they'll get lazy and forget about me.
And then we have Disc Armor on a hill.
Valkyries
Luckily,
don't
they're...
actually do much damage unless they're diving.
Right, I was going to say the 3 is completely negligible. Now you have a host following you.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Shit.
Go.
I don't have any left. Is this worth high potion? Probably not.
Yeah. It might be more worth it to try to find a solution in combat to them if they're that weak as far as like damage or health goes.
Or I could armor up.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you put on iron plate, you're taking 1 from their
Like
touch.
if my right. Plate, ancient belt is the best. Headhunter is any defense.
Tank up. And then just be swift.
Dang it. Ooh, they're really well synced. That's good. That means they're basically one enemy. Oop, except for now.
Oop. Okay, you synced him again with the bop. Ah, come on. Stop edge guarding. Okay, now leaving is much simpler.
Ish.
Well, I mean more from the Valkyries standpoint.
Very true.
But yeah, you still have disc armors in the way. Okay, that's...
Challenge accepted.
You got this. Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Gnome.
Yeah. Good night, Gnome.
Got it.
Boom. Okay. So, Undyne. Gosh. Does that mean death?
Won't that be a joy?
Are we finally
Although,
approaching?
frankly, I have a lot more tools for fighting death than the last time I made it through.
Ah, okay. Midair, put your shoes on. Okay, I think it's this room. Oh,
This
well,
just
maybe
has
not.
it down, yeah. Excuse me, here to sweep the floors. This is not it.
No.
She is so happy to have become a witch.
Yeah, this I think is like hour. No, actually, I can see. About 3 hours in. You've missed training. And some pretty fun fights against specific bosses.
Ooh, follow me down here.
Okay,
I accept
well,
the curse. It is A-OK. A-O curse. Shit.
oh.
It's fine.
Into the pit. Okay, this is the exit to
Either? Oh my god, does slide tackle not actually, like, hit down?
it might be that slide tackle doesn't hit down, it only hits horizontal.
But, like, dive kick for sure, right?
Alright, well, we've hit a safer zone.
Yeah. Safe-ish. I can just, you know, I'll pop right back.
Right.
This is bugging me now. I can't remember where the spot is.
The booer lived. Okay, there you go. All right.
Hey, Saniso. Yeah, this is basically a fists only run.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, it's like akin to a kick me sign run because I'm leaving so much like power
Basically.
on the table.
Right. If it were the God Hand, you'd go grab that Kaiser knuckle, and then
Oh yes, then I would be the Kaiser. Oops. Alright, and then we can do the skip way in. No, not from here. It's from over here.
Yep.
Easy peasy.
so that jump right there just skipped Big Golem Headhunter. Of course, we've already fought both of them, but
Yeah, you need Malphus and Flying Armor to do it, which are both pretty easy to get.
Mm-hmm. In a...
Oh, the scarf.
Okay.
God, this is bugging me so bad. Where is it?
Well, it can't be there.
No, right. There's something beneath it. Yeah, it has to be.
I think you were right. The second room, it was just that floor, and it couldn't be broken by kick.
I suppose I could break the rules to test.
Was just going to
Yeah.
suggest, like, there's the save point right there. You can just break out a. You have hammer, right?
Yeah.
We can take a break from fighting for victory to fight for science.
Giving up so much ground to Persephone here.
I love that backdash dodge on the flying kick. That is good.
I only wish it were like tighter. If I were better
Right.
at it or something. Okay. Oh, there's a dog. Hey, puppy.
Dogs.
Up and around past Undyne again. Shoot.
Yeah, you already grabbed the warp room. Imps.
Okay. Happy to have my defensive gear on for this.
Yep.
Take a little bath.
I'm just kind of excited that you actually have a different gear setups. Like, you actually have enough choice.
That's true. It's like I'm not just using my best stuff. There's
Right.
best defense, best offense. Heck, best luck. Reset the room.
Mm-hmm. Reset
That's
the
a
room.
tactic.
Bullets in Castle in the Darkness following you between screens. Okay, so
Okay, so I just saved.
yeah, we are currently testing.
It's
Oh my
this
God.
room. Okay.
Okay.
That's allowed. I don't have a way to do that. I was wrong.
So we just don't have ninja suit.
Shit. Baylor's hitbox might be like...
Big enough. Can you three-shot? Well, you might have to even need a mana prism to do that because you have to three hit it, right?
Right. I can't. Okay, fine. No ninja suit.
All right.
What does that mean for us?
Means we're probably in samurai armor for the next while. Yeah, I guess.
Leave.
Where do you want to go next? We've got Death. We've got Baylor.
We've got Minotaur.
Ooh, nice drop. That's an immediate upgrade.
Yeah, if I don't want defense,
Right.
then
You
like,
give up.
Minotaur is 8. Skeleton Knight is 4.
Okay. So it's an immediate upgrade over Skeleton Knight. So if you're in offense mode, it's quite effective.
Damn it. I'm annoyed at punch and kick being, or like my dive kick not hitting the floor. I thought for sure you could just sort of, you know, scoot.
Right. Hey, potion.
$200, thanks.
That's a pretty good drop. Okay.
Yeah, I thought bare fist was an unambiguous way to say I'm not going to equip fist weapons, but yeah, I guess I can state that I'm not. I'm not going to equip fist weapons.
Just fist. I touch you for 1.
Yep.
Nice defense setup.
As far as Persephone hacks go, there was a Castlevania fighting game demo that I played a little bit of. It was a boss rush, and you pick a character, and they have characters from like all different Castlevanias and everything. And you know, while that's like a neat idea and all that, I didn't like it. I thought it was pretty poor on the whole, just because all of the bosses, you know how like all of the bosses have like their little pattern of attacks that they go through for the most part. And you know, they sort of care about your position. Headhunter, for instance, cares about your positions and moves relative to you. Every last boss was that. They were all really fast and moved relative to you, and you had to like understand your own attacks, which you couldn't because you'd never had experience with any of these characters before and all that.
Oh, huh.
So, let's see. I really don't want to have to go fight death. Let's see what Hammer has for sale. Money
Sure.
might be the next thing.
Definitely worth investigating, especially because he's restocked on potions too.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't.
The money for. Do you have your new stuff? Yes, you do. Okay, so Crimson Cloak is not going to be useful. Steel Plate might be.
Steel plate. Is Army Jacket?
Nope. Just worse than what I have.
Okay, it's better than.
Right. Yeah, better than War Fatigue's worse than Samurai Gear. Steel Plate, though.
I like steel plate. How much do iron plates sell for? 14?
Well, don't need this stuff. I don't need science anymore. I don't need 9 cloth tunics. Or... Holy shit.
Wow, yeah, it was. Yep. Okay.
Give me my steel plate.
Okay, so that's our defense. You want to buy some potions too? Yeah. The Pope. Okay. And we can slowly start saving up for that Soul Eater ring. That'll totally be happening. Okay, so you now have a slight upgrade on your defensive setup.
Which I should equip.
Yes. Because 58.
That's
that's
substantial-ish.
Would a no armor run be easier or harder? I would say easier and faster.
Yeah, definitely, because you have cool weapons and whatever
Yeah.
bullet souls you want. So like, get Red Minotaur or Valkyrie as a soul, and then don't get hit, and
Well-
and then you're fine.
the way I would the best way I would show that is the literally the runs where like we go ahead and just go pick up Levitain. Like
That's
we
like a don't get hit. Yeah.
well, no, I don't think we even get an armor upgrade in that. Like at all. I think at the end of the game it's still like, yeah, casual clothes or maybe one upgrade from that, but you're just using Levitain and then
Like
I think,
Eversing. Like if we go get Claim Soulish, Cleave Sole, or whatever.
Yeah. Or
Then Eversing is on the way.
or like if you grab Caligbold, that's not. Yeah, I guess what I'm referring to there is you have the soul for this if you just want to. Okay. So this is a pixel perfect. I'll claim it's a pixel perfect trick. Sure, I'll speedrunner claim this one. It basically only works because the corners are rounded.
Yeah, we have to. Man, I got it first time the last time through here. I just.
Yeah. Not think about it.
There we go.
There we go. Levitain, yeah. Okay, so in like it's not like a speed run route for it, but like the route I've played this game the most on, like, and after beating up guard armor, you do a clip in this area just to make it straight to the arena. And you basically still don't have any weapons, so you go pick up a very powerful sword in the arena. It's a little out of the way, but it's a sizable upgrade. Anyway, what
was Werewolf worth? An item? An equip?
Yeah, the best offensive accessory. +5 strength.
I'm sure I'll come back for it at some point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You've been found out.
The devil.
Wow. Again, if you could fight him without the devil around, this would be a trivial fight at this point with your defenses.
I could just stand on top of him and let him extremely gradually harm me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to find a different werewolf. Bye, Graham. Goodbye, Graham.
Hey.
Ooh, shit.
Ooh.
Right. Very careful.
The punishment spikes are here for you.
Well,
And they're not
it's not a death, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a save on the right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the spot. The mimic spot.
Bye, Yoko. Bye, Yoko. Skull spot.
Ooh.
Holy shit.
That's right next to a save point too. So I think you found your new experience spot.
Yep. Now let's go offense. Ancient Belt is just the thing anyway.
But this is a pretty sizable difference. So we go from 19 to 20, 25. I was gonna say 26, but right, the war fits on it.
Hmm. 2 by 45.
22.
23. That ain't bad.
Especially with how quick this is. Like, you're done right here. That's one. And then, like, what, 10 seconds later? Not even?
Good. Bomber armor, buddy.
Yeah.
You're the best.
We did theorize on this one earlier, and it definitely shows being the best speed experience route.
Rocky, Bomberman.
Mm-hmm. Not even the Mad Bomber, the pretty calm Bomber, honestly. Just
Water in the background.
mm-hmm. Very methodical with the throw, you know?
Placid Bomber.
No, I haven't, Burned Head. I've yet to upload those. After which I'll probably yak about them at some point. Probably put those videos up tomorrow.
He's polite enough to not walk into me. What a great guy.
This is like the perfect enemy for this. Oh, this is the bomb lobber.
He is lobbing it.
This is definitely the bomb lobber.
Special delivery. Yep.
Ooh.
Finally touched me. After all this time. Thought we were buds. I'm missing my spot. Missing my marks. Okay, let's go back and save.
Yeah, 2 levels.
No, Yoko is now a disc armor. Don't worry about it.
Also, don't worry about that stab wound. It's fine. Oh, did I say stab wound? Yeah, she. Don't worry about that. This game has cutscenes. On New Game Plus, you don't have to see them. There's what, like 7 or 8 times you run into a person?
The best part is that they play the first time you come into the room, no matter if the others have played.
My name is Jay. I have amnesia after you kicked my ass.
With certain sequences, thanks to skips, you could just sort of build your own story.
Yep. Or Yoko somehow being stabbed after everything's complete. This is super efficient.
It's really good. This is what I wanted out of the punching run. The zen of these kinds of repeated actions. 200 per bomber armor. Unbelievable. And here I was fighting, what, Kicker Skeleton for 80, and he was like, it was a much more involved fight.
That was back in the day when you were doing 6 a hit. You know?
It's true. So since then, I've gotten a soul upgrade, armor upgrade, and a bunch of levels.
Yes. And a belt.
Oh yeah, accessory upgrade. It's true. Grisel's talking about the cat.
Right, Shack Tool appeared earlier.
Mm-hmm. Okay, again, we should set a goal.
What's your level right now?
22.
How's like a flat round number like 25 sound? Is that a little too much, or?
We'll see. I don't imagine another enemy being a better experience per punch or experience per second than this guy for a while.
Yeah.
This is
Heck,
rather excellent.
It might want to go, depending on the timing, it might just want to go more than that. Because what's your experience needed for next level?
53.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a much higher jump. Ah, yes, experience per punch. This is... We spoke a while about the metric.
Right. Experience per punch is important. It decides what kind of monster you should be fighting instead of, you know, in order to... Oh, that time he wanted it more. Oh, getting distracted.
I'll leave you. Goodbye.
Sorry, it's okay, I love you. Oh, hey.
Ooh, an astounding amount of destructive power.
That soul is legit, by the way. It's difficult to use, but quite powerful when it goes off.
Yeah, it's not lying about the astounding power behind it.
Astonishing.
And yeah, also that's an upgrade, you know? 1/16 of an upgrade.
1/16 of a minor upgrade.
God. Is that gaming in a nutshell?
Punching an enemy 100 times to get 1/16 of a minor upgrade? Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Did we...
Okay, dead in 7. Which I can do if I accept the hit from the bomb, which I shouldn't.
You've discovered how MMOs work, yeah.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
Yeah, no reason.
That I got his steel plate. That's kind of cool.
Whose ultimate equipment in Earthbound? I think that has a 1 in 128 drop rate.
Oh my god.
Off of an enemy that existed in an area that once you beat the area disappeared, so you had to do it first.
Was that like the Casey bat? Or was there another bat that was...
Sword of Kings.
Sword of Kings, okay.
Yeah, basically the same thing as the Casey bat. I think it might have been the same area, in fact.
Oh my god.
But like there was
the Get Lucky area.
Yeah, there was like Stonehenge, where you like once you beat the area, you couldn't go back in. So if you didn't get it the first time you went through, you know, you weren't getting it.
Ick. Yeah. Amazingly, that's not actually all that much time wasted. You know?
Right. It's a level, but it's also like 5 minutes. Oh, hey. You figured out a rhythm.
Trust the bomber.
Mm-hmm.
Gutsy bat. That's what I'm thinking of.
Okay. Yeah, because there was like the bat that had the miss chance, and then there was the bat that was like the slightly lower attack that was like more reliable.
Oops. Slightly out of rhythm.
This is just a really soothing... Look, we punch the armor. A bomb falls on our head. We punch the armor.
It's okay.
Don't worry, Soma can defuse a bomb with one punch.
Why do they allow you to bear punch? You'd think that that wouldn't be a thing.
Because you can sell all of your equipment.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, I certainly appreciate that they allow you to do it.
Right. Like, basically, it's a useful default for them to have too. Like in the game, like this is the literal default damage.
This is the floor. Like,
yeah.
So we can kind of adjust and balance and tune around this. And once you're tuning using that tool, there's no reason to remove it after you're done.
Especially when they already have. It's not like they added animations for it, because there's already multiple punching weapons that are,
Not only that, but the animation for this is in some of the straight sword weapons.
Right.
Like, it's like I have an invisible straight sword that comes out really quickly. Thank you, Bomber Armor.
Slowly working our way up. Nice.
Dog. BB.
Dog.
BB. Wait. Oh, actually, she's policing the cat. That's good. Shack Tool, get out of there. BB, maybe you should eat your own food before the cat gets to it. Cat likes the dog's food, which is actually not that bad for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's much worse if the dog eats the cat's food.
Oh.
So, like, nutritionally, the dog would probably just get diarrhea, which we have experienced.
Ugh.
No, Xanaso, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh.
Any particular reason, or is it just like travel, or did the GDQ police say no? Okay. I'm still sad to hear that you can't make it, but happy that it is for a reason of your own, rather than like someone else telling you that you can't. So sooner or later, mate. Yeah, doggy diarrhea is not fun. Any dog who is house trained suddenly becomes not house trained when this occurs to them. So yeah, you have some messes to clean up, and hopefully it doesn't get in the carpet. But oh, steel plates.
Those are extremely good because they're extremely expensive.
That's money, yeah. Thanks,
That's what,
bud.
3,200 like, how much was steel plate to buy?
4,800, I think.
Yeah, so 24?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's less like stepping on the dog poo as the dog poo soaking into your carpet and permanently putting like their Estus in it and all that. But anyway, so yeah, the other thing that you have to do is not feed your dog, which is, it feels morally awful to do, but until they get cleared out, like, everything is just going to be wrong with their digestion. So you need to reset them somehow. I've read that you're supposed to feed them like potatoes and bland food, but like, I don't know about that. Give them plenty of water, let them work it out. They'll be very hungry later, and it'll pass. That was our bout with doggy diarrhea. Estus is a thing that mammals secrete when they're rutting. So certain mammals do this. That's why, like, the first time I saw Estus flask, I'm like, that is gross. Like, you can get hunters, for instance, use it to bait deer into certain areas. So it's like, man, that stuff would reek. Favored by the undead.
Yeah, these levels are like 5 minutes. These are the freest levels we're going to have.
Yeah. Oh man, 26. Okay. I forgot my butt. Okay, dog eating dog food. That's a good noise.
Ooh, 34. That's a 2-pointer.
I have been down to 6 hits instead of 7.
So much that you don't even need to respect the bomb anymore.
Yeah. If I get the spacing right. Well, if I get the spacing and timing right. Like, with literally everything about the punching run. Okay. Hit my marker. Nope. See, I'm trying too hard to get it now.
Slight respect for the bomb, yeah. Or no respect, one or the other.
I love being able to walk away from an exploding bomb. It's great. Past my marker.
Yep.
Good. That's past my marker. I can...
Ooh.
And now I might not be able to make it back.
Yeah, if you take a hit from the spikes, you're out.
And the spikes are more difficult going in than coming out. Although, wait. I can go up and over. That's way safer. Okay.
Cool.
Walk away. Find your marker. Oop, hey.
Back
Starts
off.
Backing off. That's the marker. Getting sloppy in my old age.
The more powerful you become, the... Oh. We're pretty close to the... Actually, no, we're not that close to the warp. Oh, you took the 50 rather than the 70.
Oop. Derp.
Yep.
Yeah. I need to stop thinking about it so much.
I like that you just have a mark on the floor there.
It's all the theater. Oop, I was too far in.
Yep. It's called blocking. You have to make sure that the shot is, that everyone is in their correct position when they're saying their lines. Another 2-pointer.
We're taking off for the sky against this guy, man.
Yeah. I have a feeling that you're going to be having a easier time with death this run.
Yep. Even though that was normal mode.
Well, hard mode forced you to prepare.
It's true.
If this were normal mode, you wouldn't have had to have taken all these levels, or you go in search of power.
Criminal mischief.
Luckily, the jump over that's really safe.
Yeah, now that I see it. For the longest time, I thought you had to, like, walk across those. Oh, man. That could have saved me a lot of grief.
And your health's up at 600s now. Line.
It's very charming. Gonna be full of steel plate by the time I'm done with this guy.
Yeah. Maybe
That's the end
that's
point.
the goal. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe that's the goal.
One more steel
Oh.
plate.
Okay. Do we go with one more steel plate or the level past one more steel plate?
Right, when I can't pick it up. It'll make a noise.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says, no, you're done with this enemy, come on.
Please.
So there's a game called Sword of Mana, which is a remake of Seiken Densetsu 1, which it was never actually called. But, you know. Anyway, this was a GBA remake of a Game Boy game. And of course the Mana series took off and like went to a million places and all that. But this was the first one, so they remade the first one. And this game had a mechanic in it where if you fought an enemy 1,000 times, you defeated 999 of an enemy, then all that type of enemy in the world would become the black version of the enemy. The black versions were all like high-level monsters, had drops of all the like high-level upgrade materials and all that, and just had damage and everything you would expect from an endgame enemy. There is number 9. I think the original intent was to stop players from doing this, but I can't know for sure.
So in other games, Dark Souls 2, for instance, you have like an extinction mechanic where after so many kills of an enemy, they're just no longer available for you to kill. That sort of thing is a rarity, though. I can't think of many games that have that going on other than, like, you know, like you say, Sword of Mana. Oh, a heart. Okay.
So one of the reasons that this mechanic was really dumb and not thought through and like balanced on spreadsheets and all that was the fact that there were also Cyclopses. There's one Cyclops for each of the 8 elements. The Cyclopses would only appear in specific areas, so each like rooms essentially. Uh-oh.
I've had enough to drink.
Okay. In specific rooms, and even then only in specific times of day, and even though defeating enemies in a room would make them respawn after like 1 minute or something, so like you wait a minute and then they pop back up and they respawn right back in, even if you encounter one, a Cyclops, it will not respawn. Like the regular encounter in the room will respawn into it. So you can't easily grind Cyclopses. Oh, also the time of day changes, and the time of day that I think I said that they only appear on specific boards at specific times of day.
Yeah.
But, the time of day changes every time you transition between rooms. So if you leave and come back, they cannot be there anymore.
Okay.
And there are apparently things in the game that are locked behind getting black versions of every Cyclops.
What?
Which is the grindiest thing in the damn world.
I'm blown away.
You kill like hundreds of mobs.
No, this is meaningful grinding where I see measurable progress.
We're waiting for 1/16 of upgrades. We're getting there. Or level ups, which are actual.
Like I can leave the room and do the same thing again. This is like the other thing would be grinding for like running around the world for 15 minutes doing the correct number of room transitions for the random chance of one of these enemies even appearing.
You've been doing this for 4 hours.
I have been doing variations of this for 4 hours.
It's true though. You have been doing.
I'm done with my game.
Oh,
I
okay.
beat the 3rd Blackwell game.
Ooh, that's
It
good.
was very good.
That's good. Was there still clipping?
Yes.
Okay.
Every fucking line, basically.
Oh my god.
There was also a very good.
Oh
no.
dear.
I can't reproduce it. But there was one particular character you asked about one thing. It was just like, no. It was very good.
And because you're like repeating dialogue because you're going through it again and again, you hear like the no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's literally his. You asked him if he knew anything about something, and he was just like, no.
Great.
It was very good. Blackwell is an extremely good series.
Oh my
Just-
god, you like it.
I've been playing the commentary of the 2nd game, and it's not holding my attention as much. The commentary is excellent, and I just don't want to do the same game again. The dog is upset because I locked her in the other room.
Oh no, she can hear us talking.
I know.
Oh dear.
I love you.
Love you.
Sorry. I'll leave you to it. But I do miss it.
Okay. I'll be back. I just need this guy to drop a steel plate.
Steel plate.
I don't
He
actually-
dropped something. He dropped a soul.
Yeah. But I have 2 of his soul.
Oh no, the dog is barking. I can't let the dog out when she's barking. It's illegal.
That would incentivize barking.
You gotta level up.
But
That's
no,
it.
yeah, that's the point. The extra steel plate is an arbitrary condition I've set on myself for when to stop this, because
Oh, yeah.
otherwise I'll just sort of like do it.
Right, yeah, I always like that when grinding. Picking like, having sort of 2 things I'm grinding for makes it feel really efficient, and then
Yeah.
I can do it forever.
So in this case, experience and money. Incidentally, souls, because that can happen too.
Can you sell souls? Like, what is?
No,
what's the,
you
is he having
can in
multiple souls?
you can in Dawn of Sorrow. You stack souls in this for the sake of 1 soul called Headhunter, which grows in power depending on how many souls you have. Each like numbered soul that you get is 1/16 of a number for that, essentially. So
That makes sense.
I said before it was like collecting coupons. It's like, yep. That's the only thing that multiples of a soul gets you in this game. In Dawn of Sorrow, they made it more of a thing. Like, you actually could trade in souls for stuff, use them in crafting.
Yeah, it always sucks to like just grind for experience because you need to be higher level. But
Right.
if like, oh, you're grinding for experience, but also for this random drop, then like you feel all right. But if you're just grinding for a random drop and it doesn't give you experience, it feels awful. So it's like
Funny.
you need 2 things,
Cash.
and it feels productive. And then you are tricked by the Skinner box, and that's video games. I like video games a lot.
Yeah, I can tell. Oop, there it is.
and that's it.
That is the steel plate that I cannot pick up
Oh no, why not?
because I already have 9. That was the point. That's my stopping condition. So I made it.
Good work.
All right.
The dog
What
is
level is
still
that?
upset and I don't know
29.
why her
29.
outfit's making noise.
29.
Okay, this is.
I'm leaving as quickly as
I
possible.
actually cannot process the frame rate of this game.
It's 60 frames.
I can't process 60 frames.
I'm doing air guitar. All right.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for joining, everybody. This has been
good.
It's been really good. I'm more powerful, and we'll go after Death next time, which is also a super fun fight. Oh man!
Death.
Oh.
Get ready for punching out Death, the Grim Reaper.
Good night, everybody.
I'm so sad about
Good night.
SXL.